You could have been anywhere in the world, but you're here with me.
You are now tuned into the Boxing Voice Radio. Join us every Thursday and Sunday, live at 7 p.m. Eastern Time.
ThaBoxingvoice.com.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another spontaneous edition of the Boxing Voice. And today we're going to bring you a red hot topic. The internet is all over the place. Twitter is on fire. The beef has started. Terence Bud Crawford taking shots. You already know, at Angel Garcia and Danny Garcia. Danny Garcia retaliating. Twitter going crazy. The Boxing Voice bringing you all this news and more. So if you're interested, make sure you tune in.
ThaBoxingvoice.com.
You need that fear.
All I'm trying to do is make a stand for something that I truly believe is right. I truly believe is right. I want to be like you. Come on, man. I'm the face of boxing. I'm the cash cow. I hold a record with pay-per-view.
I know my job. I know my situation. I want to fight.
Production.
But it's going to be very difficult for both of us.
ThaBoxingvoice.com.
Yes, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We have a nice red hot show for you guys. It's getting crazy in the internet verse here with all these boxers, social media. You gotta love it, right? Just a couple of days ago, we were asking Terence Bud Crawford to maybe give us a little bit more when Max Kellerman threw him the lob ball on HBO for the post-fight interview. Sure enough, he didn't. We all assumed he dropped the ball, but I guess he's going for littler fish maybe to fry. I'm not sure, but let's find out what the Wingster thinks across the pond.
But is this a little bit winged?
Value flat out here. What's the problem? Got his in trouble. It's stopped. Value's done it.
And a big shout out to Wingy as well. Real hardcore. I like Wingy. He's just the biggest boxing nut I've ever met.
Came to London looking for static. Let's go, champ. Have a good day.
I mean that's one of the things that I enjoy about the show. I could be hyped. We can be hyped. We could be excited at moments like this, right? People might be like, oh, well, they're beefing. We're not going to get too excited over it. We fucking love this shit. I can't wait. We wanted Crawford to just step the game up a little bit, mouth some things off, create that heat for a fight, and he's done it. Can't wait to get into this one, man.
He sure has, man. And what better guy to come at than someone who he has a little bit of, I guess, history with. They both hold the wind over each other in the amateurs. They both were kings at 140, right? So let's see, man. What struck out to you, I guess, first? And how'd you hear this news, actually? What is your immediate reaction? How'd you hear it? And what was your immediate reaction?
I heard it through, I think somebody posted it in my group that those two are beefing. And I thought, oh, let's see. I mean, when you think of Terence Crawford, you don't always, I mean, he has come out sometimes, have been quite vocal against certain opponents, but you don't always think of him going at it. But when I read it, I'm like, oh, okay, he's going at it. He's saying, I'll go to 147. I tell you what, that's what struck out for me, bro. He said, I'll go to 147 and for your belt straight away. So people aren't saying, some people ask me, what weight's it going to be at? I'm like, reread it. He's already said it. The question is he kind of doing the Chad Dawson, even though he's going up and Dawson went down, saying a weight, and then will he later regret going to that weight? These are all the questions. But yeah, what stuck out for me was he said the weight, he said the belt, he said he wants to do it.
Well, you know I'm a whole fan and got to learn to live with regrets. He said what he said. I'm holding it to him. Mayweather held Canelo to it. Andre Ward held Chad Dawson to it. And the moral of the story is don't put your ass out there. Do not write a check that your ass cannot cash, right? Don't let your mouth talk more than that ass. I'm not saying that Terence Crawford isn't going to beat Garcia. That's not what I'm saying. But what I am saying is this, Wingy. When I first found out, I was already photoshopping to death. And boom, I get a message on my phone, obviously smartphone. I don't know if it was Facebook, Twitter, something, right? And I see the actual screenshot. And I'm like, man, this is bogus. I'm going straight to Bud Crawford's Twitter myself. I want to make sure this blue check is really there and not Photoshop. Nowadays, everything is fake. You got to check because, for one, the man did not act like the Terence Bud Crawford that I am used to. I've never seen him act this way in any interviews. I've never seen him act this way at any press conferences. But what he did today, he brought me back to the fandom side of the Crawford team. I'm telling you, I really liked that he went out and said, listen, was blatant.
You cut out a bit there, bro. Go back.
I said it was straight up and blatant. I mean, his honesty showed, right? He didn't sugarcoat anything for Garcia, that's for sure.
Well, people are saying, Daddy, listen to the boxing voice. There's when you were saying this is what he needs to do. I mean, we're not going to say that. That's quite big-headed of us. But all I know is this is a different Crawford, and I'm loving it. I'm loving it. I'm not going to be amongst the naysayers. People might come out saying, oh, this fight, that, why are they doing this? We want this. It's good. Whether it actually translates into a fight, I'm really not too sure, if I'm honest. I don't want to be a Debbie Downer. I don't know if it's actually going to translate into a fight. But for right now, I'm enjoying it.
Yeah, man. I'm enjoying it for sure. I mean, check out this tweet. He tells him right from the door, at Danny Swift. So I tell you what, tell your daddy, make the fight, and I'll show him how much of a paper champ I am at your weight for your belt. I mean, I'm really liking that he is willing to move up. And now this, when I grabbed this was at 400 and something retweets. This thing was at 700 last time I checked, and it's probably more at this point.
It's like right there in that one tweet. There's no messing about, is there? It's all the free statements. He's getting back at his dad for saying he's a paper champ. He's saying he'll go at his weight. And he's saying he wants the belt. It's pretty concise, all in 3 tweets. It's not a subtle little dig. It's now down for Danny Garcia to react and respond. And obviously, we'll get to the other stuff with regards to whether Top Rank and PBC, whether they can work together. But to me, I like that tweet. It's there. It's definitive. He's on it. Now we get to see what happens, man. Looking at the emojis there, man.
Now, this one, I mean, he's like, your dad said I'm a made-up champion for beating the guy y'all scared to fight. Emoji with the smiley crying face. It's like I'm laughing so hard I'm crying. Danny Garcia, what you talking about? You didn't want to fight Postal. Rumor has it you gave him step aside money twice. You fought at 143. You ain't fight Postal. I did that. I mean, this says a lot.
It's true, and it's also bringing back, for those people who may forget, kind of like myself, bringing back the memories that, yeah, Danny did go up. I mean, people, I remember at the time, people saying he's stuck in Postal when people didn't massively know about Postal. So he's making a good point there with regards to being, he's actually fought the guy there was to fight. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. It's a case of what happens now, though.
All right, let's get into some treats real quick.
There's Angel Garcia. Now tune in to the Boxing Voice. Don't forget.
What's up, this is Danny Garcia. You're listening to the Boxing Voice.
If I didn't think about coming back, there's only one name I'm looking at, and that's Danny Garcia. And I have to say Danny Garcia because you look at Danny Garcia, I mean, he's undefeated, and he's a world champion. And if I'm gonna fight a guy, he's gonna be a world champion.
What you think about Crawford post out last fight?
Yes, I ain't even watch that shit, man. I ain't wasting my money with a week. I ain't wasting money. That's HBO should be embarrassed. This guy had like 100, I think like 90,000 enters, something like that. I mean, listen, the real champions, they don't get no respect. They don't get no exposure. The make-believe champion, they made him a champion. See, Danny wasn't made a champion, he became a champion. It's a difference when you get made or you become. Danny, remember that 5 times defending champion. Anybody could be a champion, but when it's time to defend it, can you keep it? Excuse me, I'm sorry. 5 times defend it.
Shots fucking fired.
I mean,
before you go, I just want to drop this before you go, right? Because had this happened 3 weeks ago, I'd have been looking like a real lame-o, right? Because I was over here defending Garcia as I always do. Now, this happens, and I can see myself defending Garcia again on whether or not he's the A side, on whether or not this is an easy fight, on whether or not he should get the Golovkin treatment, and Team Crawford and Bob Arum should be sending the offers the way you guys want Laura to send the offers to Golovkin, right? Or, let me guess, the PBC fighter, the one that used to fight on national television with Fox and NBC, who opened those up, that team, they should be the ones to grovel, bend down, kneel, crawl to HBO and ask them to fight Terence Crawford, who's just doing what Danny did. I mean, Danny ain't lying, right? Did he not unify that division a couple of years ago?
I mean, what you got to be careful of, though, Des, is that as people come at me with the Kell Brook shit, everyone knows you're a fan of Danny Garcia, man. So, you know, people are going to come at you, as you know. Look, man, with regards to the whole A side, B side, I mean, I guess we're going to get to that separately. Right now, you guys know I'm one of the most optimistic people about boxing that I see online. I've got to be honest. I'm really optimistic about the sport, but I'm sick of this. Who's got to go to who first? They can make this fight happen. It'll be a big money fight, I'm assuming. With regards to A side, B side, as I said, we'll get to that. It just needs to happen, man. The fight needs to happen. They're both good fighters. I respect both of these guys, and it's time to put up or shut up. And let's be honest, it is Crawford, as far as I know, who's called out Danny Garcia. So make the fight happen. That's all I can say.
No, because he called out Danny, he obviously is taking the role of Islandri Lara. So the ABs, the Wasams of the world, who automatically are going to hate on Garcia because he's got a couple of shaky victories. So their natural inclination is to get at him, right? But now they can't, because then they'd be putting their own foot in their mouth about Lara. Because now we got a guy calling someone out. Now we got a guy from a lower division calling a guy out in a higher division. That's all I'm saying. Let's just make sure that we're passing this judgment equally. So Garcia Crawford, at the end of the day, Wingy, is it just fucking talk?
If I'm going to be honest, I lean to the side of saying it's 60% just talk. I don't want to be a negative Nancy, and I want the fight to happen. But right now, I just feel like there's too many obstacles. So I'll lean to possibly being just talk, but I don't want it to be, if you get what I'm saying.
I'm going to say more than talk. I'm going to say Crawford has showed last week. We can't forget that a week, just because it's Danny now, let's not get scared on how high we was. We were just calling Crawford a fucking pound for pound. So let's act like he's pound for pound. Let's act like he's the next Mayweather, like people were saying a couple days ago, right? So let's say Bob smartened up. Bob isn't going to let his new Mayweather break his contract and pay to get out of it, all because Bob doesn't want to get him the big fight. He ain't get him the Pacquiao fight. That's Jesse Vargas now. So if you got Terence Crawford coming out his character, calling out Danny Garcia, I bet you Bob Arum is going to make it and make him happy. I'm going to tell you why. Because this is a confident kid in Terence Crawford. He obviously knows he could beat Danny. I've spoken to him in the past, both he and Danny. I mean, I'll be honest. Danny told me he beat him twice. He don't even know how Crawford got a win over him, but Crawford told me the same. So these guys obviously are confident. Danny's talking about ending careers. I know everybody ain't happy about that. That's not sitting well. But technically speaking, Eric Morales is not around anymore.
You can't say that.
I mean, hey, he ended that career, right? So I'm gonna go with this is more than talk. Now, PBC, Top Rank, Al Heyman, Bob Arum. Do you think that you can see these guys working together?
I think so. I've heard. I mean, we don't hear Al Heyman talking, but I've heard plenty of times. I've heard Bob Arum, whether he means it or not. I've heard Bob Arum saying, "Yeah, I'm willing to reach out to the other side." I think when it comes to big fights like this, when you've got two. I don't want to say young, hungry lions, but I will say it. Young, hungry lions. I really hope that these days, with the whole Mayweather-Pacquiao, how a big, crazy fight like that, which we didn't think was going to come close to happening, a fight on a smaller scale, still on opposite sides of the pond, I'd like to think that these two could be made. I'd like to think that this fight could be made. I mean, with regards to it being pay-per-view worthy, I'm going to jump to that very quickly. With regards to it being pay-per-view worthy, a lot of people are going to disagree. I know a lot of people don't like paying for it. Maybe it's a different British mindset. I don't know. But to me, it's the same sort of feeling that I had with the Postol and Crawford, sorry, not Postol Crawford, the Ward and Kovalev fight. A lot of people were saying that's not pay-per-view worthy. It's not it shouldn't be classed as pay-per-view worthy. But to me, two fighters at the top of their game, if that's not pay-per-view worthy, a fight like Kovalev and Ward, what is going to be pay-per-view worthy? And I kind of feel the same with Danny and Crawford. It's not a popular view. I know it's not. And I understand people are going to disagree with it. I get that. But to me, I don't mind seeing two guys in their prime like this being paid for a good fight. I know people are going to disagree with that. I'm aware of that. But if you're going to pay pay-per-view for anything, it's going to be these two. But yeah, I'll get back. Go, Nez.
I'm going to say pay-per-view is probably a necessary evil in this case because Crawford, he's in a contract and they're going to have to pay high. They're going to have to pay money to get Danny over there. Danny is the clear A side. Some may argue that because Crawford did his first pay-per-view and he has that, pace in front of Danny, that he may be the A side. And I can't argue with that argument.
Are you going to take your Kell Brook specs off, though, bro? You're the same as me with Kell Brook. We have to admit with Danny, you're the same.
I don't understand what you're saying. I'm not claiming that Danny could beat Golovkin. I mean, think about how it sounds. We're talking about two guys in the same division. You're just claiming the other one's being Golovkin. I'm obviously not the one that is in love with the guy he's talking.
You are in love with Danny Garcia, though, bro. You have to admit that. A lot of people know that. That's cool. It's cool.
I mean, look, Premier Boxing Champions, top rank. I'm going to say it has to be some sort of unification thing that they do, similar to Mayweather Pacquiao.
Yeah, I was thinking that, yeah.
But I think that if someone is going to bend, it is going to be Al, because Danny isn't tied to anybody, so they can rent him, but they're going to have to pay for an A side. So it makes no sense financially. I don't think that HBO is going to say, yeah, we're going to give Danny $3 million to come fight Crawford over here. That ain't going to make sense.
That's why I said I don't want to pay pay-per-view. I don't want it to be pay-per-view. But if any fight is going to be pay-per-view, this one I can see why it would be. Do you get what I'm saying? So for me, yeah, carry on, bro.
All right. So that being said, because they're going to have to rent Danny, the only way I see them being able to afford such a fight is on pay-per-view. And like you, fuck yeah, I'll pay for this. This is a super fight, in my opinion, especially the way that they built it up. Crawford is going to give him all that Hank Lundy treatment.
But you pay for this over Ward Kovalev, because you wouldn't pay for Ward Kovalev.
Hell yeah, I'll pay for this. Yo, but you don't even see. Crawford has already made it interesting. He's already made it interesting. And I've seen Danny push with Judah. Him and Garcia, everybody can say what they want, but yo, when Brooklyn was in Philadelphia's face in every location, Danny never flinched. Angel never jumped. They were calm. So I don't think that anything that Crawford's going to bring is going to affect them, but it's going to be interesting and fun to watch.
So you would say then, and that's fair enough, this isn't a bad thing. You would say then the fact that there's going to be an exciting build-up, a little bit of beef, that contributes to your decision as to whether you pay for a pay-per-view, not just a pure fight like Kovalev.
No, not just the beef, but this particular fight is going to be a fun fight with Crawford's style. Listen, when he's mad at you, he makes you pay.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah.
And he's mad at Danny's father, and he's mad at Danny. And he said, look, you got to read in between these lines. There's a tweet out there. I didn't get that one, unfortunately. I'm sure you could get it. It says, like, you guys know me. I love when they say that shit. You know what I'm saying? It reminds me of the Thurman Porter, all those little situations. Like, you know me.
And almost like a J-Rock when he goes, those guys know what I'm about. They're not going to get in my face kind of thing.
Exactly. Like, we know each other. Everybody sees Adrian Brown, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, but all these guys 10 years ago, they was in the same regional tournaments. They was all in Cincinnati one day, then all in Philly one day, then all in Vegas one day. So these dudes know each other, man. So, these new personas and personalities that pop up, some people respect it and some don't. So I love to see when two guys like this clash. I love it. I really do.
It's exciting.
The problem is this, right? Like, typically we would probably be like, oh, 140 pounds to fighting Danny. But the people hate Garcia so much, and he's looked so vulnerable that Terence Crawford has such an amazing shot at beating Danny that no one is going to mention that. So moving forward, A side, B side, I'm saying Danny all day. I mean, you can go from views to followers to whatever you want, to more accolades. He's the clear A side in my opinion. And man, who wins? Honestly, I do not know, because no, check it out. Like my pick will be, listen, yo, you guys, I'm not biased like y'all. My pick will be Crawford based on his boxing ability. But you know that Garcia could time this kid, and he hasn't been punched. Remember, this is why I'm saying that I'm glad that this happened now, because 2 weeks ago when I was ripping Crawford's resume to shit, nobody was saying that I was doing it in the favor of Garcia. But now you fighting my boy, and at the end of the day, you did fight a little munchkin in Gamboa. He ain't no Danny Garcia. Victor Postal is not no Danny Garcia. I don't care what jab you want to talk about, what any type of ring intelligence you think he had. He don't hit as hard. He ain't got the same level of ring experience and elite world experience. Listen, that was his first title anyway, okay? And Ray Beltran ain't Danny Garcia, and neither is Ricky Burns. None of them little dudes. This is a natural 140-pounder who's been in 140 for a long time, busting at the seams, doing 142, 143s, and 144s before he finally gave in to 147. This is a man, Gina. I want to see Crawford step up to the plate. But the boy could box. And Danny looked shitty versus Herrera and Peterson. So Crawford, in my opinion, is better than Peterson. That is all I'm going to say.
Right, let me speak. The fact is, much to your surprise, I'll actually say, like we said before, again, this ain't a popular view, Danny Garcia gets the job done. I'm not going to sit here and say he's going to outbox Crawford, but there's something about this kid, man. I swear, I like Garcia. There's just something about him. He gets the job done. He's got that perception of being...
Set me up.
Yeah, he's a little bit slow-footed sometimes.
You made me pick Crawford on air so you could come and pick Garcia?
Hey, man, I'm a smart host, bro. I'm a smart co-host, brother. See? Your team Garcia. What's Danny going to say? Listening to you, Nez. No. I got your back, Danny. I got your back. No,
they all leave me. They all leave me. They don't like when I'm honest. You know what I'm saying? All
I'm going to say is I rate Crawford. I know he can box. I just think it's a mistake for people to instantly switch off with regards to Danny Garcia and having a shot in this fight. He may not look the most effective, but when he's in there, he gets the job done. That's what I like about this fight. Crawford's got the movement. He's got the skills. We know that. But God, there's something about Garcia. He always just manages to find that way to win. With regards to the A side, B side, as you was talking, I really wanted to sort of think, right, how can I play devil's advocate here? But I can't lie. In my opinion, I think Danny's the A side in the fight. If we have to do the whole A side, B side thing, which we do in this case if we're discussing the fight, I see Danny as being the A side. I think he's a little bit more of an established fighter. So yeah, I would see Danny Garcia as the A side in the fight. But I can't wait for it. It may not be as one-sided as people think. I might be giving Garcia too much credit. I'm not too sure. But I'm looking forward to it, and I do hope it gets made.
Yeah, man, I'm hoping it gets made myself. So we're going to open up the phone lines. And, yeah, we have no producer. So a couple of things you need to know. If you're a first-time caller, immediately say I'm a first-time caller. We're going to play the first-time caller intro. You're going to introduce yourself with as much enthusiasm as these tweets from Terence Crawford today, okay? And if you're not a first-time caller and I say your area code, you know already there is no producer because this is a spontaneous show where Wingy is staying up at 1:30 a.m. now to bring you this news. So be courteous to us and just say your name. Get right into it because this is just a spontaneous show, not a 3-hour long doozy show, okay? And remember that there's someone underneath you That being said, these calls are now brought to you by my sponsor.
ThaBoxingvoice.com is brought to you by El Camino Electrical Services. El Camino Electric has over 15 years of commercial experience with startup companies, work consisting of design build, clean room fabrications, lithography labs, test labs, special tools, and equipment installs. El Camino Electrical specializes in the install of EVC from the start of the project to the finish. El Camino Electrical Services is an established commercial electrical contractor with the ability and experience to carry out industrial and commercial work. Services include design build, electric vehicle supply equipment infrastructure, semiconductor fabrication clean rooms, special equipment and tools, startup companies, turnkey installation, electrical vehicle supply equipment infrastructure. So head over to ElCaminoElectricalServices.com for all your electrical needs.
Jay Corpus, talk to us.
I had to unmute myself. My bad.
We hear you loud and clear.
First time caller.
Whatever.
Oh man. Hey.
What's up, brother?
I think Crawford beats Garcia, bro. I'll tell you why. Because I see Garcia lose from eyes.
Whoa.
And
Bad connection.
Right. So I see those two fights, and I see Crawford is his skills. He's able to get a decision, man. That's how I feel. So.
Well, all right, Jay Corpus.
Hey, Wingy. Hi, Wingy.
Yo, what up?
There he is.
You good?
What the heck?
Is that nice music for me? Oh, thank you, brother. I love you too, man.
You guys reconnected. Two old friends. Two chums reconnecting.
Hey, that El Camino Electrical Service. Go get that.
Yes.
Keeping them lights on, Jay Corpus. Yo, Haterade 812. You're live. Who's this?
It's the WBC TBV champ. What's going on?
Joey, what's up, brother?
Oh, Ness, man. Just when you think boxing is getting ready to slow down and quiet down, we get this big news today, man. This is what I'm talking about. And this is my favorite, around my favorite division, the 140, 147. So I'll go down, Ness. I'm prepared, man. I got my little notes, man. Garcia versus Crawford. I mean, it's just talk for today. But I do believe it's going to lead to a future matchup. I'm hopefully sooner than later. And this is a great transition for leading into your next topic for Top Rank and PBC to start doing business, because at the end of the day, Bob knows he's losing hella money. And if he can hook up and get a deal with PBC, and this main event, this could be the big pay-per-view main event, and then on the undercard, you can face Top Rank fighters versus PBC fighters. So nothing but good comes out of this matchup. And you're asking, is it HBO pay-per-view worthy? Yes. Now I know the other day I said I'm gonna slow down on these pay-per-views because I'm not getting the fight, the fights and undercards I want to see. Now this fight right here is a no-brainer, man. This is a fight you make every attempt to either attend, or you host fight parties, or you save up in order. This is a fight you do not miss. This is the best of the best here. Who is the A side? I do not know. To me, both of them are A sides, but you have to say if they had to pick one. What don't get the buzzer for?
How you not gonna know? Crawford just came on the scene. How you not gonna know?
Because Crawford's got skills.
Because he's
that's
my only reason why we had the pound for pound show. He's my number one pound for pound fighter in the world. So I would say him. But you had great points for Garcia's argument. Go ahead, Ness.
Nah, I'm just here.
Okay, and then the last one, who wins? Honestly, I think it'll probably end up being a draw. I have to do more homework on these fights, but that's what I'm saying. This is a fight that needs to happen, man, especially for the sport of boxing, and it's going to knock down walls for Top Rank and PBC. So the bigger picture is great fight, but the business between Top Rank and PBC, man, can really take boxing to a new higher level, man. So that's my call, Nez. But I hope they continue to instead of that Berto, man, you know, Danny Garcia and Berto, they need to go ahead and work on this right here, because this is big time right here.
This sure is big time. I would love this instead of Berto, man. But I don't know. The thing would be this, right? When was Berto scheduled to have it? September? Would that give? No, that's not going to give Crawford enough time. They'd have to push it back. It is a bigger fight, but then you're talking promotion, and we're already saying pay-per-view. It's definitely not a fight that could happen this year. With all the pay-per-views happening in September with Canelo's and Brooks, then you got Ward Kovalev in November to smack another, and you got Pacquiao in November. Then to smack another pay-per-view with Terence and Danny, it ain't happening. So if Danny takes this fight with Berto, morons, don't say he's ducking.
Hey, Ness, but if that, not to bring this up, but I know a lot of people are talking, if that Ward Kovalev falls apart, this is a good time for Bob maybe to hold on the Pacquiao Vargas.
Hey, I'll tell you one thing.
This one's better, man.
I'll tell you one thing. Bob Arum is trying to get the date that Kathy has on hold. But, I mean, you know he wants the MGM for Pacquiao in November, not for no fucking Crawford and Danny. But, again, maybe he listens to the show the way that Crawford listened to the show.
That's what's up. Hey, real quick, next before I get out here, I know you got a lot of calls. I was just, before the show started, Wingy, you might like this too, man. I heard JoJo Diaz is going to fight Quigg on the Canelo undercard. So at least he's stepping up some opposition. They had a Golden Boy had a live press. They were at the Cowboys training camp, and Oscar announced that. So that'd be, a good step-up fight. But anyway, man, get back to this, man. This is big. I'm anxious to hear the reactions from the fans, man. But thanks for the show, Wingy, and appreciate it.
No problem. Thank you, Joey, for calling in and always being part of the team and fam. And speaking of team and fam, our new Oxnard correspondent, Adrian Lopez, is hot on the scene. And right before Joey said it, he had texted me already saying that he's in Robert Garcia's gym, camera in hand, shirt on, and he's there talking to JoJo Diaz, Jason Quigley, and Robert Garcia right now. So we'll be having some updates for you on that JoJo Diaz union there. So let's get back out to, we're going to take another Skype caller. We're going to go back and forth, sharing this platform. We got, I believe it was Scorsese up next.
Yeah, I'm in. You hear me?
Yeah, Garcia Crawford, is it just talk, or you see a world where this happens?
First of all, I want to make a point, man. To all them boys that say Twitter don't mean shit, Twitter call-outs, man, shit, you doing a spontaneous show on Twitter. I looked at YouTube's like 220 people watching. So for all them people talking about Twitter don't matter and Twitter call-outs is fake, nah, this shit can move some weight. I hope it ain't just talk. But I'm be honest. The other caller mentioned like a Lamont Peterson. I'd rather see Crawford versus somebody who can style a little more than Danny, to see if Crawford can beat a more complete fighter that's just as big. Danny not bad, but I don't think he does.
You see what I'm saying? And then they say, I'm Brandon, you missed the negative, but you're the only one that's going to call in and play matchmaker today. We got a guy who we begging to come out of pocket and come out of character and give us a little bit more of himself. He finally does. And you know what? I'm such a boxing hipster. You know what, Wingy? I don't even like this fight. I'd rather see him fight Lamont Peterson.
You talking about hating?
I'd rather see him fight Lamont Peterson. Come on, man. That shit crazy. Only you would do this.
I'm Brandon the hater because I'm just saying another good fight to see stylistically what Crawford really got. I think he style on Danny. I think he take it. Danny get beat even worse than post-style level beat. His feet ain't quick enough. His hands ain't quick enough. Talking about time and Crawford, that's not like time and Khan.
Well, that's what the best fighting the best is. Everybody letting Kell Brook move up 2 divisions to fight Gennady.
Stop mentioning Kell Brook.
I'm just saying he's doing that. Why we can't let Crawford fight Danny?
It's not 2 divisions, it's 1. So I mean, it's beautiful to make the fight. I'm just telling you, it's easy for Crawford. In my opinion, like the boy.
Yo, Scorsese, you know what? I'm not even gonna be hard on you no more because you could be a hater all you want. At least you call in. Man,
you gotta quit that brand.
At least you call in. I'm good. I'm gonna get you an intro made though. Listen, somebody who hit me up today said, Ruger, I know you listening. We need the Mad Rapper intro for this dude. Get me an introduce. Get me something that says from Martin Scorsese, the director, and then mix that down with the Mad Rapper. Tell me why you mad, son? Because this dude right here, every time, look, he's about Lamar Peterson. Do Lamar Peterson even got a title, Wingy?
It's just like this. It's Scorsese, right? With regards to I'm branded as the UK bias. I'm branded as Big Fat Rick Ross. I'm branded as CeeLo Green. UK bias guy. You're branded as Mr. Negative. It's just the way it is. Just got to roll with it. Have fun. Don't. The more you come in and say I'm not, the more people are going to do it. So you just got to roll with it, brother.
That's your cue, Scorsese. Dead air face.
I've upset him.
Call him drop the ball face.
Y'all gotta cut the hater, man. I'm just telling you, it's a damn good fight to see stylistically. If Terence Crawford got something that can, if he get another slick fighter and that can he go Mayweather on that big slick fighter versus Judah, you know what I mean? The biggest slick fighter, can he walk that man? Can he bang the boxer and box the banger? We seen him box the banger. I want to see can he box the can he bang the boxer now? That'd be nice in the bigger box. Danny not a true boxer. He gonna be in there looking for one shot to counter. Terence got a better jab, better footwork, better right hand. He better everywhere, man. Didn't he
what about that left hook though?
Huh?
What about that left hook though?
that left hook gonna be swinging for air all night, man.
Yo, he said, "What about that left hook though?" But it didn't sound like that. Yeah, okay, we out, man. Let me go over to the Block Talk line. Oh, let me see. Damn. All right. Look, 773 is Chicago. So you take a pick, I take a pick. Who you going with? Santana or Fight Doctor? Wingy, Bueller.
What am I going with? What versus each other in what capacity? Son?
No. We don't have a producer today, so there's a 773. I'm saying.
Right. I'll tell you who it is.
Fight Doctor, you going with Fight Doctor?
Yeah, man.
All right. We're gonna go with your choice because every time I pick against Santana, it usually ends up being Santana. So you said Fight Doctor.
I've got that energy, Fight Doctor energy.
Don't even respect your ass. That's why it's time for the doctor to check your ass, nigga.
Santana, man.
Oh shit!
We stay dropping the ball.
Santana, you're always chilled, bro. What's the secret to you being so chilled all the time, brother?
That's that sour.
I won't ask. Go.
Santana.
All
So
right,
Crawford Garcia, is it just talk, or you think this got to actually happen?
It depends on Danny Garcia's side. I feel like Bob Arum will make that fight because he got confidence in Terence Crawford. Bob Arum been around boxing for years, and he knows styles, and he know that slick style will give Danny Garcia problems. If you match the two up, of course, every skill set goes to Terence Crawford. I think if Danny Garcia struggled with Lamar Peterson movement and
damn, tell me we lost him.
He was in mid-flow as well, man.
Santana. It hasn't dropped yet. All right. So 724, you're live. Who's this? Hello. All right. Well, let's go to Skype. We got Ben Umar. Talk to us.
What up?
What's going on, brother? I know this is your guy, like it's my guy. So Garcia Crawford, do you think this actually can happen?
I hope so. I really hope so. Because I don't know. I don't really want to see Danny versus Berto. And like you said, Danny's my guy, man. I'm one of the very few people that took that trip to PR. It's the first time I left this motherfucking piece of shit country we live in just to go watch a fight. Couldn't find Boxing Voice Vic anywhere, but I was over there, and I had a good time watching, even though I don't know that he necessarily won that fight.
We hear you. Don't worry about that.
Keep going, bro.
All right, but I hope it happens. But I could legitimately see Terence Crawford washing Danny. But I would put money on Danny because every time I drop money on Danny, I mean, he wins me bread. Like, I hit that.
The host has already dialed into the show.
Keep flowing, brother. Don't worry about that. Keep going.
The show.
I can't, bro. I'll just let that rock. I can't.
It's fucking up your flow, isn't it, man? No, with regards to what you said then, you made a good point, though, Ben. With Danny, he always seems to find a way. He may not be the technically better fighter. He just seems to find a way. Don't you feel that?
Yeah, I do feel that, but I think the last fight when he fought Robert Guerrero, I thought he showed some things when he really opened up his boxing skills. Everybody figured he was going to go in there just banging out with that bum, but he was shoulder rolling and doing all kinds of shit. I don't know how effective his shoulder roll would be against Terence Crawford, but he was using it against Guerrero, and he could turn it up. He's a better boxer than people give him credit for. He's a better all-around fighter than people give him credit for, but I don't know that he could beat Terence, but at the same time, Terence has only fought one time at 147 against Breas Prescott, and that was years ago. But he did take that fight on 2 weeks' notice just to get seen. That was when he was very unknown. So I don't know, but I'll tell you what, Danny won me a lot of money against Amir Khan 11-1, and if the odds is right, I'm gonna drop a lot of money on Danny because he always wins me money, bro. So I gotta ride with Danny. I gotta ride with Danny because Danny done put like $5,000 in my pocket over the years. So shit. I'm riding with Danny until he fucking loses me money.
Ben, do you think this is pay-per-view worthy, this fight?
I mean, if Terence Crawford can sell fucking 50,000 and flop again with Postal's bum ass on fucking pay-per-view, why wouldn't he go against Danny? Danny still hasn't got a pay-per-view. I would have rather paid for that than Postal, and I was one of the 50,000 jackasses that paid for that fight, even though I knew Terence Crawford was going to watch and set Postal. So yeah, it's pay-per-view worthy. I mean, Liam Smith versus Canelo Alvarez is going to be on pay-per-view, and that fight is just a disgrace in my opinion. But it is what it is. But yeah, I would pay for that fight, no problems.
Ben, I thought we were cool, brother. You know Liam's my boy, man. Come on, brother.
So who's the A side though? That's the real question.
First thing I'm gonna say to Wing is I'm not riding with no white boy named Beef. And Ness, who's the A side? I get. I mean, Terence had one pay-per-view, but it flopped. Danny consistently is putting numbers in the Barclay. I've been to his last few fights that he had the Barclay, except when he went to fucking California, which I never understood. Why the fuck would he go to California? Stay your ass in Brooklyn, man. That's basically his home. He basically sells out the arena every time. I know he don't fully sell it out, but he puts good numbers in there. He puts up probably like 1 million on Showtime every time or close to it. I would say Danny's the A side at this point, but I mean, that really don't matter once the gloves go on.
And you're picking?
I told you, man. Until Danny
Crawford,
loses me
right?
money. Until Danny loses me money.
Because he's been making
Danny, yeah.
That's right.
Until Danny loses me money, I will never root against him, bro. Against anybody. I'm telling you that right now.
But other than that, though, okay, other than the fact that he made you money, do you see that he, like, other than you thinking like, all right, he finds a way to win. I mean, do you see skill-wise or do you see like him actually being able to pull it off?
Yeah, I see. He can pull it off. I think he can beat anybody on the right night. It's just whether he's going to put it all together. Like against Herrera and PR, that was just a horrible night. I don't think he won that fight. I don't think he fought well. But I think if he fights Herrera again today, he beats him easy. It just depends what Danny shows up and how he shows up. And if Angel got to smack that nigga again in the corner, he better smack him and get his shit on. You know what I mean? Get him right on the square. But Danny has the skills to beat anybody, bro, in my opinion. And I told you that a long time ago when me and you used to always say Danny was better than what everybody would give him credit for. When they used to say that Matisse was going to fucking put him in the grave and all that dumb shit.
Yo, he called himself a career ender. Like he ends people's career. You believe that? He said that today in the little Twitter beef with Crawford. He was like, you doing what I did 3 years ago, you know, I end people's career, something like that. But he basically said I end people's career. Do you agree with that?
Well, once Danny put hands on Matisse, that motherfucker fell off a cliff. So, I mean, as far as that goes, yeah, but who else? I mean, who else? And Eric Morales.
I mean, but after Danny Matisse did get the Ruslan fight, like that was a tough-ass fight, and he did good. He looked good in it. He even showed boxing skills in that fight.
Yeah, but he had the box. Before that, he was El Machina, right? He was the machine knocking everything out. But he had the box Ruslan, didn't he? And then Morales, we ain't never seen him since. And I mean, there's a couple guys that he fought that, you know, Nate Campbell, but Nate Campbell was old when he fought. I don't know, bro. I don't know if that's a legit statement. That's just niggas talking shit to each other. But I hope the fight actually happens.
Well, all right, Ben, man. Thanks for calling in as always. Looking like it's kind of even. I wish Casual was around and keep a little tally because I'm thinking it's going kind of 50-50 so far. I'm surprised. We got a couple of Garcia guys, and you came out the woodworks. Let me see if I can reconnect with these fellas over here who are patiently waiting.
First of all, people, do us a favor. If you enjoyed this spontaneous show, click
like button, thumbs it up.
Click the like. We always have to say it, but click the like button.
Let me get you the soundbite. We got a little soundbite for that. It's a gun cocking. Click that like button.
Hit that like button, people. Share the show. Big up to the chat. I know they're pushing a like. It's very interesting to hear people's opinions with regards to where they're going. And nobody really is sort of should I say, strongly opposing the fact that this is a pay-per-view fight. When I said it and thought I can see why this would be a pay-per-view fight, I was expecting a lot of people to come back at me, be a little bit, but so far, not many people are opposing that. And I feel like maybe down to the fact of you got two quality fighters and people do. What's that? What's that?
Oh. My man is pay-per-view worthy. That's why everybody's like, yeah, I'll pay for this. Yeah, I'll pay. And I'm telling you, it's the hate. It's the Mayweather effect. People think Danny is garbage. They think he lost to Herrera. They think Peterson should have beat him. They think Theo Payne beat him. He shouldn't be what he is. He got a free belt with Robert Guerrero. He's tied with the Mafia with WBC. Yo, you've heard it all with this kid. He got the Mayweather approach, man. They love to hate him. And then on top of that, you got Mayweather himself.
If I did think about coming back, there's only one name I'm looking at, and that's Danny Garcia. And I have to say Danny Garcia because you look at Danny Garcia, I mean, he's undefeated. And he's a world champion. And if I'm going to fight a guy, he's going to be a world champion.
And you know how that goes, Wingy. If Mayweather says something, well, then that's what the fuck it is. Because when he said Errol Spence was the man, everybody else said he was the man. Why don't work this time?
Well, with Mayweather, he's got that pattern, hasn't he? Like he said, a young unbeaten fighter. When they come off the back of a big win, they normally he normally fights them. But I don't know about that. That's a little bit more. That's a little bit sort of like fluff in the sky. Right now, we got the solid Garcia Crawford talk. And I'm excited for it. I'm still not leaning over to the side that we kind of see it or anything solid happened yet, but I'm enjoying the talk.
I am totally enjoying it. I'm glad that both these men decided to give us a little something to talk about, even though we had something special planned for you anyway, in which we will resume. Now we're going to go back. Let's see if we can reconnect with Santana.
No intro?
Yeah, what's up, man?
What up?
Yeah. So yeah, and what I was saying was, I definitely think Danny is the A side. I know people say, well, Crawford had a pay-per-view, but still, I think Danny's the A side. Like you said, Terence Crawford just got on the scene. You know what I'm saying? So it'll be. But like I said, I was saying though before I got cut off, you can't underestimate Danny. Like he's been an underdog plenty of times. You know what I'm saying? People thought Khan was going to outbox him, and they thought Matisse was going to knock him out. So you can't underestimate it. I think Angel Garcia plays a big part in the fight. Why I say that is because if Angel could get in Crawford's head and have Crawford, like, you know, because Crawford got a dog in him. And
yo, you know what you just sparked in my head? And that's why they say the host sucks on this show, because the host is always going to cut you off, and that's who I am. I'm the cut-off host, all right? But you just said that. And you know where the fight is really going to happen? With Brian McIntyre and with Angel Garcia. When Angel starts talking shit, you already seen McIntyre try to punch Hank Lundy the last time in New York. Y'all ain't catch that on the press conference? Nobody seen him throw the punch. Oh,
no, I didn't catch that, man.
Jesus. Well, he throws punches, okay?
I know his coach. I know Crawford coach be talking dirty, so I know it's going to be a great build-up to the fight. But I was saying, if Angel Garcia can get in Crawford's head and have him like stand in the pocket and slug it out with Garcia, you know, it favors Garcia. But if if Terence Crawford coming there with a game plan like he did with Postal, I don't think Garcia has a chance at all, you know. And I definitely think the fight can be made, but I doubt it happens. At least
Do you
not
think?
this year, man.
Do you think it's pay-per-view worthy, Santana?
Next year? Oh yeah, it's definitely pay-per-view worthy, in my opinion. I think if we get Canelo and whoever the guy he's fighting, this definitely got to be pay-per-view worthy, you know. So yeah, that's all I got.
All right, Santana, man. Thanks for calling in. Loyal listeners. Back out to the Skype machine. We have Joseph. Talk to us. Damn, Joseph. You okay over there?
Shit, is he all right?
Joseph?
Hello?
Yes.
Hear me?
Yeah.
All right, yeah. It sounded like I sound real fucked up or something. What the hell's Wingy on about?
Yeah, no, you did sound very bad at first, and there is a bit of a feedback. So what we're going to do is we're going to stop talking and allow you to go through your call, okay?
All right, sweet as, man. Yeah, no, I was just ringing because I wanted to just like give my opinion on the Terence Crawford stuff. I was thinking like I'm pretty sure like Terence Crawford's skill set is kind of a little bit too much for Danny Garcia. But one thing I noticed about Garcia is that like he always like he throws hits at the same time that other people does them. Like it's not quite a counter punch. It's like even like a stage before that.
Yeah, keep going, brother.
So I was just wondering if I cut out. Like he kind of like when you counter, you throw a punch, and then the other person kind of like you know they'll try and like avoid it, and then they'll throw their hit back. But Danny, he just kind of like he just sees a punch coming and he throws one of his own. Like he's like real like bang bang, you know. And I think that could kind of be difficult for Terence in a way because he's not going to have that opportunity to like just really hit that. So he's not going to have that
mute yourself.
Did I mute myself?
Not you. That's the other guy. He just got in. Sorry about that, brother. Nothing.
Oh no, that's so yeah, like no, I'm like 90% to Terence, to be honest. Like if I had to put money on it, I would pick Terence, but I think there's a slight chance that like if they had a real hardy war, that that Danny might just be able to make it a little bit awkward for Terence, and maybe if they just like, do you remember when Danny knocked out Amir Khan, and like when well, not knocked him out, but when he got that first big shot off him, they kind of both leaned in, and Danny saw that Amir was like gonna punch, but he hadn't quite hit. They both threw their punches at like the same time, and I actually reckon he tries to do that. Like he doesn't actually try to counter; he just tries to like he'll take a punch to throw one.
Yeah.
Like he's not really trying to counter. Like he's like, all right, I'm just gonna, you know, throw one, get hit by one, and like that's his entire like kind of motto, I suppose.
But with regards to the actual reality of this fight, do you feel it's just talk?
No, you go. Sorry.
It's actually going to happen? Yo,
I didn't catch.
Okay, I was saying, with regards to this fight, do you feel it's just talk, or do you think it's actually going to happen, or do you think this is just beef and then that's it? They're not going to fight.
You guys, now go to the next call on my Skype's fuck.
All right, brother, no problem. Let me see here. Looks like this might be Amin. Talk to us.
Yo, what's good?
What up? What up? Garcia Crawford. Just talk, or you think it's gonna happen?
Listen, I think it's gonna happen based on that speculation I was making. Like, you know, and it could be a collaborative effort, but I just think, you know, that fight right there, talking about 140 and 147 sorting business out, with either one of them losing, it's a win. But I think, you know, I had Danny in my pound for pound, you know, top 5. Like, I rate Danny very high because just when you watch Danny Garcia, when you think he's like, you know what I mean? Like, he's slow, and he's just slow enough to get a fighter to his timing. And just, you know, I would disagree. I say he definitely is a counter puncher in that, you know, he's looking to throw his shot either in between shots or to get off first, and that's the counter. You know what I mean? So whether he's throwing the shots when somebody else is throwing, it's like if you're going to get off first, when you see somebody faint and you get off, that's your counter. So he's got all these little tricks that supplement the speed he don't have. The only wrinkle I see Bud really posing for him is the whole southpaw conventional thing, because I actually think that Bud is more likely to fight Danny from a conventional stance than southpaw. You know, I think that'd be a very interesting fight. And somebody mentioned like they wouldn't pay Danny $3 million to fight. I mean, they gotta have some money over at HBO. They got something, right? Like, because they're not gonna pay Vargas a whole lot of money if he fights Pacquiao. So, I mean, if they can't give him, you know, sometimes they actually do fair splits. They'll get, especially if it's pay-per-view. Give, you know, if you're going to give Danny 3, give Bud 3. Give him 3 and 3. Let him break even. Or give the HBO guy 3.2 and give the other guy, you know, 3. You know what I mean? Like something. I think they can work it out, man.
Do you think it's realistic, though? Do you think this is all talk or the fight is actually going to take place? That's the question I was asking the last caller.
Nah. I think it's realistic, Wingy. I think it's on the table because even in Ness's, investigative reporting, when he had Bob on the line, he said he's talking to Al. This could have been one of the things. I'm a great speculator, I fucking suppose, but this could be one of the things that they were talking about.
No, I hear you. Yeah, I hear you.
Something that can happen now. I don't think it happens anytime soon. As in, I don't think it happens before, you know, mid-2017, because there's a lot of good fights in between that. But that is the fight to build up, because Bud could actually move up to 147 fully. He's got a couple fights he could take and move his way into 147 the way Danny did. I think this is a very real fight, mid to late 2017, and that still might be early for some people's liking, but I think it can go.
Cool. Fair enough, man. Fair enough.
Right, I mean, hell of a call, my friend.
Great call, yeah.
Really was, man. He made some great points, and I'm glad to see that he's intelligent enough to know that it might just not take place until sometime next year. You know, it's just doesn't make any sense financially for these guys. These are two hot people that need to get promoted properly. We're gonna go back out to Skype. Everyone's new favorite caller, or no, he's a self-proclaimed caller of the year. What does he call himself these days? I don't know. MD.
What's going on, guys?
What's up?
What's up?
Nothing much. So, you know, I'm really glad to see Terence Crawford calling out Danny Garcia, which, you know, Danny Garcia is definitely the A side. It's an easy question. It's an easy answer. But he also is a very little risk A side. In other words, like, there's no other fighter as big as him that's that beatable. And people always say, well, he always manages to win. Does he? Because most of the callers on this show thought that he lost to Lamont Peterson. So is that the promotion always managing to make him win, or him winning?
No, he didn't lose to Lamont Peterson. Only Herrera's the only fight he ever lost. Lamont Peterson was a close fight.
No, I thought the Herrera fight was a draw or he lost by a round. I thought the Lamont Peterson fight, he clearly lost.
No, he didn't clearly lose.
Well, there you go. That's how subjective it is. That you got Wingy saying that it's a that he didn't lose Peterson, and you're saying that it was a draw. So,
but Ness, I guarantee you, if you do some polls on the Boxing Voice Twitter or anything like that, you'll see the results.
Because Twitter.
But what you need to do, Boxing MD, is
doesn't have a Twitter. Stop.
Let me. Ness, what you need to do, Boxing MD, is have confidence in your own eyes. Don't resort to polls and other people's opinions.
Well, okay.
I watched that fight, and I know that a lot of people, in my opinion, don't know how to score correctly, and they still had Herrera bias in their eyes. It was a close fight, but Garcia won that fight. I don't need no polls to tell me that.
Is this part of your guys' grudge match that you have when you come out?
No. I just don't like when people go, "Oh, you should look at the polls. Look at CompuBox." No, have enough confidence in your own eyes.
But you're saying, okay, you're saying you're right, and you're saying that the consensus is wrong, which is okay. But you're saying that, which sometimes I say too. But in this case, I'm with the consensus. In this case, you might be against the consensus, which is okay. But here's the thing, though. Since 3 years ago, that was a great win, a Lucas Matisse win, right? It wasn't a destruction. It was a convincing win. So let's not pretend he knocked him out or destroyed him, but he convincingly beat him, right? He went to Puerto Rico to fight Mauricio Herrera, which we all thought at that time he would have won, right? It was for him to look good in Puerto Rico, and he didn't look good in that fight. Then we have Salka. Then we have PBC beginning with Lamont Peterson, who he didn't look good again. Then they brought up old Paulie, who he finished in the 9th round. Then he brought up old Guerrera, who got knocked out and brought back to life in the same round or same second against Aaron Martinez. So is he's lost a lot of luster. So I don't see where Danny Garcia thinks he is, and there has to be a point in which people are calling him out. He can't keep. You know, I don't know. I mean, Ness, you probably see his career entirely different, but in plain English, that's kind of how his career has looked.
But all you're doing is giving your opinion. But what are you saying? Are you saying because of the loss in luster, he is not the ace? I'm not really understanding where all this is coming. Are you saying that because of that you don't like this fight? I mean, what is it that you're saying?
At this level,
because the questions here are Garcia Crawford. Is it just talk? I mean, what are you talking about?
Well, okay, but I'm saying at this level of boxing, Danny Garcia is going to lose against any elite fighter at 147 or Terence Crawford at 140. And I think the people that in the know see what I'm seeing and know this. This is why he hasn't fought anybody since Matisse, realistically. Having said that, I think they know
So Lamont Peterson isn't anybody, huh?
He almost lost that fight, and you're gonna.
But you're acting as if he isn't anybody. He's a fucking former champion.
Is he Keith Thurman?
And Malignaggi.
Is he Keith Thurman?
Like, we give Malignaggi a lot of shit, but let's not forget the guy got what? 6 knockouts? How does he do it then?
Ness, they haven't tested him against any of the upper echelon PBC fighters, okay? At 147. He hasn't seen Danny Garcia.
Well, he just moved up the welterweight. They did test him against a PBC fighter in Lamont Peterson, his opening fight. What are you talking about?
Is Lamont Peterson a top 147 pounder?
He was a top 40 when they fought. Remember?
Top 40, is this music?
It wasn't Danny at 140 when they fought, and they did a catch weight at 143?
Yeah, so they're moving up. So how? So
MD,
he's
come on,
transitioning his way up.
MD,
so
look,
what?
You're on 4 minutes and 30 seconds. You're not saying anything.
What I'm saying is that PBC hasn't tested Danny Garcia to an upper fighter because I think they all know he's going to lose. Having said that, if they know what's going to happen with him versus Terence Crawford, as some of the other callers have said, it doesn't, like, these skills are not even close. Terence Crawford is elite. Danny Garcia is a decent fighter with a big hook whose power is questionable. What I'm saying is that the only reason I think this fight could happen is that maybe Bob Arum is so convinced in the talent that Terence Crawford has that they'll be willing to take short money to take this fight. Other than that, I don't see it happening because Danny Garcia hasn't taken a risk in 3 years, let alone a hard fight.
Okay.
Any other questions? It should be pay-per-view. 100% pay-per-view.
All right.
Hello.
I thought I was moving on. I'm done. I have nothing else to say.
We just love you, MD. We want you to just be on the show, man.
Antitaino.
I mean, I saw them talk back and forth on Twitter, doing their thing and everything, trying to promote the fight because I understand how it works. And I look at it as a great fight for not only boxing, but for more of the younger crowd to get, rallied around this type of fight, because that's how you can get more casual fans to become straight boxing fans, because Danny relates to the younger crowd. If you look on his Instagram, majority of the people on his Instagram are younger folks, you feel me? And the same thing with Terence Crawford. He has a whole bunch of people who are following him now that actually like him and they pay attention to what he's doing and everything. And I just feel like this fight can be built up in 2017 and maybe even early 2018. But at the same time, you just never know, because it's really getting competitive at the 147-pound division. And what happened if one of them fought, you know, a Earl Spence, or they ended up facing somebody else in between, and then they end up getting hurt or knocked out? You feel me? Because it's very competitive right now. And the way boxing is right now, people are asking for people to fight the elite, how it should be, how it was in the 80s. They were, you know, people wanted people to just fight the top A names and everything. So my thing is, should this fight happen early in 2017 so we can get a for sure thing? Or should we build it up and wait till like a 2018 and just be patient, and hopefully they just fight these, you know, guys like I mean, but Lamont Peterson is elite to me. I don't understand the last call it. Like, Lamont Peterson puts in that work in the gym, you feel me, and in his fights. I mean, so what are people trying to say?
Man, he's just a hater. The last,
man, like he's on some other shit. But anyway, like, what would be some good fights to have right before, you know, just to build it up even more? And what do you think they should do for the pay-per-view? Because both of these guys don't like. You think it's just gonna be more of the coaches talking, or do you feel like Danny's gonna come out his shell and show that North Philly grimy, gritty side and start talking some shit? And then Terence Crawford, you know, he's gonna retaliate and talk shit back because they got history in the amateurs. You feel me? So yeah.
With regards to your first point, I want to see something in 2017. I'm okay with that. Early 2017, I'm cool with that. I don't want to see anything later. I don't want any kind of marination talk or anything like that. With regards to getting another fight in between, I'm cool with them having a fight in between. Doesn't necessarily have to be a high, massive level fight, because we know what's going to be coming, as long as we know it's coming. Kind of goes back to what Nes said. If we could have that thing where they could sign a sort of Ward Kovalev style contract, then I'd accept a Berto fight with Danny Garcia if I know we're getting Crawford. That's why I feel with regards to that.
I totally agree with you, man. If you tell me Danny's fighting Berto and he's getting Crawford next, first quarter of next year, sign me up. You know, it's just so funny hearing callers call in. We got Anthony calls in and he's like, yo, 2017, 2018, like, yo, we're so programmed by these promoters and networks not to give us what we're supposed to be entitled to, that we become matchmakers to like a whole nother degree. And I'm not saying that he's off with that, because building the fight, it does make sense in a perfect world. But Danny can lose, Crawford can lose, and we lost this fight to marination, and that's not the type of percolation that I want. So 415, you're up. Who's this? Actually, this is Larry, right?
What's up, y'all?
It's Larry.
Yeah, this is Larry. How you doing?
What up?
What's up, man? You good?
That's not the kind of percolation I want either. So let's cut the marination on this one and get it on.
I agree.
Couple things. Real quick. Big ups to the Boxing Voice for another spontaneous show. Big ups to Wingy as always, staying up late and bringing it to us. And Wingy, by the way, you need to exile that cat on Twitter who was saying Prince Nassim is over Chris Eubank in the all-time.
Yeah, I did see that. Yeah.
We'll come back to that another time. Okay, couple things here. First of all, no question I want to see this fight. Second of all, no question Garcia is the A side. As long as he's Puerto Rican and undefeated, he will be the A side to everyone save Manny and Floyd. And speaking of Manny, that's the number one reason that I don't think this Terence Crawford fight happens. We know from experience that Danny is careful, and I assume that Danny knows how to count. And since both those things are true, why on earth do you pass up Manny Pacquiao money? Because regardless of whatever he gets from Crawford, it ain't going to be as much as he would have got from Manny. Whatever the pay-per-view buys.
Well, first of all, Larry, this rhetoric going around the internet where people like, oh, Danny didn't take the Pacquiao fight and now he want to fight Crawford. No, we all know here on the Boxing Voice that Bob Arum said he never even spoke to or about Danny to anyone or with Angel. So, you know, there is no Pacquiao fight.
I don't. What I don't know, because the minute that even became something talked about in the air, Team Garcia should have been jumping on that and asking for that fight. $4 million is real good money for Garcia. Twice what he's ever
Dude,
gotten.
but
anyway,
you're talking about a
we don't have to-
hypothetical $4 million that the promoter who supposedly hypothetically made the offer is telling you on audio that he never made an offer to Garcia. So you're still talking about this hypothetical $4 million that he didn't take. It doesn't exist. Bob Arum, the promoter of Manny Pacquiao, never made him an offer.
Got you. Because Arum said it never happened, then it obviously it never did.
Remember, Aaron was lying yesterday. He might not be lying today.
Exactly. That is definitely true. But, I mean, if we're not going to believe the promoter, who's the only guy that could actually make the fight happen, right? When the Jesse Vargas, everybody's like, yo, you got to do a show on Jesse Vargas Pacquiao because that fight's official. Then Aaron comes out and says, I don't know what the fuck Michael Kunz is talking about. Pacquiao ain't talked to me. Pacquiao got to talk to me. Pacquiao ain't tell me nothing about Vargas. So I didn't get no press release because I know when Bob Arum and Top Rank make a fight, I get an announcement, official announcement. Ain't no announcement for Jesse Vargas Pacquiao because it ain't no fight. So I guess the old man wasn't lying that day either, huh?
Got you. And like I said, that must have been the second time he told the truth. So at the end of the day, I would love to see the Crawford Danny Garcia fight. Crawford's got more skill. I think if anybody's honest, they're going to see that. I do think Danny would give him a fight, and it would be somewhat close. But bring the fight on if it's going to be brought on. But I got Crawford in that one. Appreciate the call, y'all. I'm out.
Well, at least we know that's another guy that would not mind paying. 646 Chris, talk to us.
Yo, what up, Ness? What up, Weenie?
Easy, brother. You cool?
Chilling. I'm chilling, man. Man, I don't see how in any way DSC beats Terence Crawford, man. Terence Crawford is skilled in way too many aspects in boxing, and DSC doesn't stand a chance, man. And DSC's in trouble. I think he's holding on to that belt for a little while so one of those sharks at 147 take it from him, man. I don't think he's holding onto that belt for too long. This guy, man, if he gets past Andre Berto, I could barely see him even beating Devin Alexander, man. Devin Alexander beat Matisse before he did. I mean, this guy, DSC, he lost to Lamont. He lost to Herrera. I mean, he has nothing to offer Crawford, man. Crawford will beat him easily, and any other girls, top guys at 147 beat him easily, including Sean Porter. So tell Ken Porter next, man, I'm backing Porter. We calling for that. We calling for that DSG fight, man. Who knows who Thurman's gonna fight next? But I want Porter Garcia. Bring it to the Barclays Center.
Porter Garcia is a great fight. It is a good fight.
That is a great fight, man. And hopefully that can get done at the Barclays Center. But I think it's pay-per-view worthy. I pay for it. And I just don't see any way that DSG could possibly mess with Crawford on any way possible. I don't see him. There's no way he could win that fight. And,
do you agree? Do you agree with the last caller though that Garcia is the A side?
Garcia, he can be the A side all he wants. He's still gonna lose. You can argue that he has a stronger resume because he beat Zab, he beat Matisse, he beat Lamont on paper, and Herrera. You know, he unified 140. Yeah, he could be the A side. He's champion 147. So Crawford's coming to fight his belt. Let him be the A side. He can have all that. He's still gonna lose. I'll put money on that. Anyone who wants to take that bet, Ness, I know you're a DSC fan, man. Let's do it, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna take that bet right now. Right now, that fight is son. I'm taking that bet right now.
Hopping out that foreign car with a couple of foreign bras. Hopping out that foreign car with a couple of foreign bras.
We're gonna have to wait for that one to happen, man. We're gonna have to see what happens.
Oh, definitely, it does.
But my
There's a
boy,
lot of things that could
my
go
boy
on
don't
right
know
now.
how to lose. My boy
Hey, man,
don't
he
know, how, to
know how to lose,
lose.
but he will learn how to. He's gonna learn how to because he's not beating Crawford.
All I know is,
MD.
all right, post-fight interview is gonna go a little something like this.
When I say, who's the master? You say,
My boy Danny Swift Garcia gonna be saying He's show enough the master. We're going to teach Terence Crawford how it really go down in New York City. You know what I'm saying? He fought somebody from Philly, but my man from Philly wasn't DSG. Lil Hank was Lil Hank. DSG is DSG. That's all I'm telling you.
What does he do to beat Crawford?
Left
How
hook,
does he beat
good
Crawford?
night. Left hook, good night.
Okay, so if you're saying that he's going to land one left hook and Crawford can switch to southpaw, he can box an orthodox or southpaw, he has better footwork, he has better power.
Yo, Crawford ain't even been
On
hit.
top of that, man.
Crawford ain't even been hit. Who he been hit by? Who he been hit by? Midget Gamboa?
He got hit by Gamboa.
Midget Gamboa? How about Grandpa Beltron? What about skateboarder
Man,
Ricky
Gamboa has
Burns?
some of the fastest hands in boxing.
Who he got hit by? Tony Hawk, Ricky Burns? Come on, man. That boy about to be in the fight. He about to be with the dogs.
Not with Dick.
Yo, listen,
be in the
listen.
fight with Earl
He
Spence
about
or
to
somebody
be,
else, not
he
Danny
about to
Garcia.
be where Tevin Farmer reinvented himself. He about to be where Hank Lundy from. Them dudes fight hard. I mean, we seen Brian Jennings get in there with Vladimir Klitschko, giving it his all. They, at the very least, they got hard. At the very least, he about to be in a fight. He ain't been in a fight till he been in this fight. He ain't been in no fight. What fight he been in? Everybody told my Postal was gonna give him a fight. Wasn't that said? That ain't no fight. And he wasn't in no fight.
Whoa. That was people like Boxing MD who picked Postal.
I'm just saying,
Crawford.
regardless,
Not that Crawford was
regardless,
gonna win that fight easily.
But Chris, regardless, you pick Crawford, I pick Crawford. We all knew Crawford wasn't in the fight. That's the bottom line. This would be a fight. This would be a fight.
It could be a fight, and your boy's still gonna lose. You could have heart and still get your ass whooped.
He's not going to have it, brother. He's determined on Crawford, man. He's got a lot of confidence in Crawford, man.
That's funny. Hey, listen, Chris, thanks for calling it.
Next, before we go to the next call, can I just remind all the people in the past, present, or future to call in and give that like button. Let me go again. To give that like button and also call in.
That's right. Let's go to David in Uruguay. I said that all wrong. It's Uruguay. Uruguay. It's because I'm trying to say it in English and Spanish. I should just say Uruguay.
What's up, my homie G's on the east side?
What's up? What's up? Did this news get to you over there? And how did you receive it, actually? How do you receive boxing news in Uruguay?
I get wingy. I'm straight on to wingy.
Oh, good man. The check's in the post, brother.
Very
Do you know what I mean? I can't, you know what I mean? If the video comes up with wingy, it doesn't matter what I'm doing. Do you know what I mean? I could be anywhere. I'll get straight on it watching it.
That's the bat line.
This guy's a legend. What a legend.
That's what you got to do. So it's what a fighter. Buena pelea. Muy buena pelea. It's a great fight. Very, very good fight. You know, it's one of the fights that I think we need. We deserve this fight as boxing fans. This is the sort of fight where you sit down in front of your TV and you don't know what's going to happen. Anything could happen in that fight. You've got no idea, really.
Well, a lot of people are saying Danny gets schooled. I think I rate Danny a lot higher than a lot of people. I don't know. What do you think about that?
Most. I mean, everyone is saying that, like, you know, he's going to get outboxed. Like, I see Crawford's boxing ability, but damn, Danny's a pretty big kid. I mean, we thought
big left hook.
The weird people thought that Matisse would run over him. Now, after seeing Matisse physically not being able to bully Danny, damn, don't you think a guy like Crawford is a little thin?
Yeah, I mean, the fight's going to be at 147, I guess, right?
Yeah, that's what he said. He'll go up to his weight, yeah.
Yeah, Crawford said he'd go up there.
So he'd have to go up. So again, that plays into Danny's favor. I mean, I personally, I think Crawford without pointing, but it's definitely not what people are saying it's going to be. It's definitely not one of those, you know, I would sit down and I'd be really excited for that fight. And in Uruguay, Gracia Direct TV, we don't have to pay for any fights. We got we don't have pay-per-view here, but I would pay for it.
Nice. What about this A-side, B-side shit? Does that matter to you?
It doesn't matter to me, but I think Danny Garcia is the A side because of the name that he brings. So he'll bring the fans in, and then Crawford brings sort of the hardcores in, and then it makes for a great fight. You know, I'd be really excited about that personally. And what I think people need to remember as well is, as boxing fans, we shouldn't be saying, "Oh, whoever loses is shit," or "whoever loses is finished," or whatever, like we do nowadays. Do you know what I mean? These are two great fighters. So if they fight each other and one loses, they'll be back 2-3 fights.
Definitely,
Yeah, but if Danny loses, come on, man, they're gonna fucking ridicule. They don't like the kid. He can't lose.
Yeah, but I know, but that's the problem. But that's why, like you were saying earlier, that's why we have to wait like 2-3 years for fights. That's why you've got Canelo calling Triple G into the ring and saying, "Yo tengo dos huevos, vamos a pelear ahora." And then when they start negotiating, Oscar De La Hoya says, "Oh, great news, guys. Don't worry. We got the fight for you. See you in 2022. That's why we've got this problem we've got now, because a loss means way too much. You know, Canelo should be able to get in the ring with Triple G, lose if he loses, and come back in 2-3 fights. But it doesn't work that way anymore now. If you've got 2 losses, you're done. It's stupid.
Yeah, man, that is how it is, man. I mean, not really. Look at Rosado. He's about to get a fucking title shot versus Billy Joe Saunders.
His 900th title shot. I don't know how the guy can do it.
He's got like 9 losses now, isn't he? 8-9 losses now, isn't he?
Yo, 900.
He keeps getting a title shot every single time he loses, and he's like, "I'll see you in 3 months, motherfuckers." Do you know what I mean? I'll be back.
Why is that, Nez? Why does he keep getting these shots like that, Rosado?
Because he's a good-looking kid. He stays in shape. He's in the right place at the right time.
Crazy.
There you go. Answered.
He's Puerto Rican. Canelo's Mexican. They need him.
David, thanks for calling in, brother. Really enjoyed it.
Thanks for having me. Have a good show, guys. You have a good night, yeah?
Thank you, brother.
Thanks, David.
You are legend, as Wingy says. Let me see what we got here. We got, this has to be Santiago. Santiago? Nope. 3, 2, 3. You're up. Three, 2, 3. You don't want to talk? Okay. 203. 203.
Hello?
Yes, sir.
What's up, Ness? What up, Wingy? First time caller, man.
All right. That's what we like.
Oh, what up?
You know how this goes. I'm going to give you a prep talk because some guys, they don't know. But how long you been listening?
About 2 months now.
2 months. All right. All right. I'm pretty sure you heard a few other first time.
Got to mute the radio in the background.
So you know that the tradition around here is to introduce yourself. Now, today being the day that it is, a day that even Terence Crawford, who is basically, I mean, what's a good analogy for this guy, Wingy, other than today?
What do you mean? Don't understand. Sorry.
Crawford's personality.
Oh, a little bit flat, but good fighter.
Exactly. So today he's the opposite of that. Today, we're talking about how he's come out of character, how he's verbally attacking Danny Garcia.
So you have to bring that energy as a first-time caller after your intro, man. Get ready. You're in the changing rooms. You're coming out. Go, Ness.
Yo, you got the Mike Tyson towel.
That's it.
The Mike Tyson towel with the split in the middle.
Ladies and gentlemen, making his professional debut.
Yo, what up, man? This is Mo, man. I'm a little nervous, man, but excited. This is the best, the hottest podcast going on right now. I'm just happy to be here, man. I'm just happy to be on the phone with y'all, man, for real.
That's it. Perfect, brother.
Perfect, Mo. So talk to us, man. Where were you when you found out about Garcia Crawford having this little social media Twitter beef?
I came home from the gym. I got the notification that you had a show going on, and I was like, oh, my God, it's on and popping.
Damn, that's even better. The first time you hear this is through us. Perfect, perfect. So, all right, so we got a few questions for you. Garcia Crawford, do you think, based on what you've been hearing, this is all just talk, or you think this is a fight that could actually happen?
It's talk right now, but I think it's definitely going to happen, especially because I think once Danny's father started feeling a certain type of way, like I really think he doesn't like Crawford at all. I don't think he likes Crawford at all. And I think Crawford eventually is going to say some stuff, which he already did in the tweet about his father, and that's going to get his blood going because he's Puerto Rican, and that pride's going to kick in, and he's going to do all he can to make it happen.
So, do you think there's going to be any issue with the networks though, like PBC and Top Rank, Al Heyman and Bob Arum, or do you think they'll get it made this fight?
Yeah, at first, of course, they're gonna be battling and stuff, but I think at the end of the day, they know it's a good business move for both camps, and they're gonna attract the outside boxing fans. Like I'm a big Ward fan, like, and I'm definitely gonna get that pay-per-view versus Kovalov, but I think that's more of a hardcore fight. But this Crawford Danny fight is like it's like a crossover fight to me.
Damn, crossover. So who's the A side in this one?
I got to give it to Danny due to his popularity and the more names on the resume. Even though some of those wins were kind of shaky, you know, I think definitely you got to give him he's the A side. But I think Crawford will win, but it's not going to be an easy fight for Crawford. Danny ain't going to back down. It's going to be a war. Like, this is going to be Crawford's toughest test, definitely.
And most importantly, these are two young, hungry lions, young families to feed. Are you going to reach in your pocket and pay pay-per-view for this, bro? Is it pay-per-view worthy?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Like I said, I'm definitely getting the Ward Kovalov, but I'm actually more excited. I actually want to see this more than Ward and Kovalov. And I'm a big Ward fan.
Good call, man.
Because the excitement and everything.
Do you have a pick who you leaning to?
Yeah, I think Crawford is gonna win in the decision. He'll probably outskill Danny, but like I said, it's gonna be a fight. Like, I think it's gonna be a fight. They end up having a rematch after this one.
Well, all right, brother. Thank you for calling in, Mo.
Great first time call, man. Handled every question
perfectly too. Nothing to be nervous about, man. We want to see you back here, man. We need you to be a regular now, Mo.
Nah, I am, man. Trust me. I told Wifey, I was like, yo, man, I'm calling in, man. Forget all this listening. I got to call in, man. Show the brother some love, you know?
That's right, man. All right, brother. We'll stick around. We got a lot more to come. Thank you for calling in. We're going to go to 310. Now, remember, ladies and gentlemen out there, we have no producer. So today we know no one's name. So if you haven't ever called in, be like Mo and say you're a first-time caller. Get that first-time caller intro and give us some enthusiasm. And if you have called in before, you know the rules. No Bluetooth, no speakerphones. Let's get it done. What do we got? We got, let me see who's on Skype. All right, that's Jay Corpus. He's already done. So we're going to stay here and go to 310. Man, I'm afraid this might be JP from Long Beach, man. I never get to play his intro. I'm just not sure. But we will see. 310, you're up. Who's this?
Yo, it ain't no show without Info Joe.
Info! What's going on, brother?
Hey, shout out, man, to all the TBB fans out there. Man, good show, man. Thanks for having it. Man. About Danny and Crawford, man, that would be a great fight. I would give Crawford the edge. I think Crawford will be able to outbox Danny in a hard, tough fight. But I do think Danny, if they were to mix it up, he could clip Crawford like Gamboa did and hurt him. So I don't think it'll be as easy as everybody thinks it is. But I do think Crawford will win. But in a real tough-ass fight.
I've just thought of something. Before I ask you... Sorry, go, bro.
Would you pay for that HBO pay-per-view?
You know I hate pay-per-views, but I'm more excited about this than Ward and Kovalov.
I told
I would
Wingy.
pay for it.
I told Wingy. And look, on the check-in, speaking of Ward Kovalev, Ward just tweeted out, get off the gas. Get off the gas. Let me make sure that's what that.
What does that mean?
You know what it means. Slow the fuck down. He talking to Kathy Duva. Probably get off the gas. Slow down. Why you already talking?
Well, I thought it meant that, but I didn't want it to mean that. I don't want it to mean that.
Why you already talking to the media? Maybe that's what it means. Get on the gas. Why you already trying to make sure we got a venue?
You got to put it into context, Nesto, for people who don't know what's going on. Basically, Kathy Duva is saying she's not sure if the fight's going to happen because of the issues with the venue.
Well, the fight never happened, Wingy. I hate to cut you off, but the fight's never gonna happen if you're doing your promoting or you're negotiating in public like this.
Info Joe, carry on. Sorry, hijacked your call.
I just hope Bob doesn't do that.
Give it to
Keep going.
Far as being who's the A side, I would give it to Danny. Crawford is he just really stepped up on the scene. I would give Danny the A side though. And I hope it happens in LA, y'all. New York, y'all been getting all the fights. Spread some love.
Yo, this is a New York City fight, baby. Crawford. Now, you know what? This is probably a Vegas fight, but I mean, it ain't gonna do the numbers in Vegas, man. It ain't gonna get that 16 like it would. It'll get at least 13.
I love New York though, y'all. I love New York.
Hey, man, we love you over here.
Info. Do you think there's going to be any issue with PBC and Top Rank? Daddy Al Heyman, is going to be any issues with Aram in this, or do you think they're going to smooth it out?
As long as they don't get to arguing over money, man, then I would say yeah. And then I wouldn't know who would it be on.
Nah, don't worry about it.
Would it be a PBC fight?
Listen, once this podcast,
that's what would be the big argument.
Once this podcast gets
But
out
this
there,
will be the good way for them to start working together, though. I think.
Okay, yeah. The initial, yeah.
Yeah, man.
What was that last remark?
No, I was just saying that once this podcast get out there, they'll know who's the A side and who's not. And I'm pretty sure, like in the negotiations, like you can't be silly, right? Bob always tries to act like he understands who is and isn't the A side. So I don't know.
Wood and Georgie better be on the line, better be on the call list, Nez. I need those calls, man.
Maybe. I mean, who knows? This is a spontaneous show. Info Joe. Gotta go. Thanks for calling in. 267, home of Philadelphia. 267, home of Danny Garcia. Somebody checking in from Philadelphia. This
could be Danny.
What? Oh, sorry, wrong guy. I mean to call you. 267, you're up.
Yeah, what's up, Nestor Wingy? What's going on?
What's up, brother?
It's Rod. Philly support Philly, so I've been watching Danny since he was young. I've been hearing about him. He's a tough fighter. I've been seeing him since the Kendall Holtz, the Ashley Theopanes. He just finds a way. He just finds a way to win when it looked like he might be outmatched, like versus Lucas Matisse. I think that was his best fight, honestly. And but as far as him versus Crawford, he's the A side, and based off his resume, that's the only thing. I think Crawford got just a little bit more skill, so it's gonna be a tough fight. I can't, I gotta go with my guy Danny. He just knows how to pull it out against people you think he's gonna lose to, like Amir Khan. He just always pulls it out. So, that's how I just see it. But Crawford, he's a tough fighter. He's a tough fighter. I feel like he would give Danny a lot of problems. But I don't know. I just gotta go with Danny because he finds a way to raise him to that level.
And I guess being a Danny fan, you're going to pay and support him for this fight.
Oh yeah, I would pay for that because that's a rumble. They're gonna go at it.
Good.
Box and mix in with a brawl.
And I'm assuming you think he's the A side as well.
Yeah, he's the A side just based off his resume. I mean, he hasn't looked too good as of late at 147. Peterson fight, I agree with one of the previous callers. That was a draw. And then, he hurt Paulie, but he wasn't like he was knocking him all over the place. I don't know if his power came up at 147, so I don't know. That's a concern.
Brother. Thank you for calling in. We're gonna get to some other callers. Home of Danny Garcia, Philadelphia, on the check-in. We got 203. Talk to us.
What's up, fellas? First time caller.
All right.
Oh.
You see what I'm saying when you about these spontaneous shows? It brings them out. Bring them out.
Ladies and gentlemen, making his professional debut.
Hailing from CT, home of Bad Chad Dawson, Magic Man Marlon Starling, and the late great Willie Peck, baby. The late great Willie Peck. What up, Ness? What up, Wingy?
That's how you do a first time caller intro, brother.
That's how you introduce yourself,
the
man.
Name's Boxing. Yeah, Boxing Eye though. Let me get that name out. You retweeted my tweet on this topic today. I hit you up and said you want to talk about this beef for the beef, and you retweeted it, but that's me.
You knew I was all over this.
Yeah, I already knew you was on it, man. I knew it. But I met you briefly at the Triple G Lemieux fight with my man Castle Hill Gill. Shout out Raphael. And with my man Jesse Rican, funny dude.
Yes.
So it was nice to meet you, man. I've been a fan of the show for quite some time, and just never had time to call in. The wife stays bugging me, man.
Man, thanks for finally getting a chance to do it.
But yeah, man, this fight
What did
be a big fight down the line, though. We all know, realistically, I think Danny and his pops on their plate, they're thinking about fighting Berto next, getting about a little over $1 million for that, and then Khan, they could go scoop Khan up again, and then that Agent Broner fight. So we, unfortunately, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but we probably won't see this fight until 2018. But at least they're planting to seed the bad blood, and that's what we like in boxing, man. We like people that talk shit and got some bad blood, because that's what sells fights. And these fighters are gonna sell the fight, man, not the promoters no more. So I'm definitely pumped up looking down the road at this type of fight. Definitely.
That was going to be my next question to you.
Yeah,
Do you
man,
think this is actually realistic?
What'd you say? Realistic? Yeah, that's the guy answered that. Realistically,
Yeah, you did.
sounds soon. This is 2018, but at least they planting that little seed for us fans, and we could see that. We could see the future, But like you guys already know the deal, man. Two different sides of the street, and someone blowing up my phone. But yeah, man.
All right, brother. Well,
good call.
Thank you for calling in. Thank you for being a first-time caller. We truly appreciate it. Boxing Eye from Connecticut, the home of Bad Chad Dawson, man. Thank you again for participating. Hope that you continue to call in now that you've already crossed that pathway, that doorway into the light. Let's get to some other callers here, Wingy. Man, this show, you were right. Wingy was right. The mastermind. He knew that you would come. 817, you're live with me and Wingy. Talk to us. Crawford Garcia, just talk?
Nah, it's not talk. This is Big Jones from Texas.
Big Jones, what's up, brother? Good to have you back.
Yeah, I think this is the perfect fight, honestly. I think it's because it's big enough to where both sides, promoter-wise, where they all think they can make money even while working together, but it's not too big to where they'll quarrel over money. They'll see the bigger picture. So it's not too big to where it's like Pacquiao Mayweather, where everybody's trying to get their piece of the pie. They see that this is a great way to like enter in and start a business relationship. And I think Bob would definitely want to start a working relationship with Al and maybe get things going on where he can get his fighters on network television and Al Hain and vice versa. So I think it's a perfect fight in that aspect. I think the way that it came together with the way they're talking is perfect. I think it's the way these fighters are coming out of their shell is perfect. Terence Crawford, Danny Garcia, like they might be humble, but they both street cats. So it's like, I mean, we can be humble, but don't get it twisted. Don't bring my name up. Don't call me out. You know what I'm saying? That's just like in the hood. Like don't try to pick on me. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I like that aspect of it. I think Danny is definitely the A side. But I think Terence Crawford is riding this momentum, but let's not forget what Danny's done. The reason why he's the A side is not just who you fight, it's the looks that you got and when you fought him. He fought Matisse on the second biggest pay-per-view of all time, and he put on a show. So, and then he's been on network television. He's been on, I think, ESPN as well. So you can't deny that, you know what I'm saying? And I think I would favor Crawford, but hey, I still remember Gamboa shaking him up a little bit. You don't think Danny, that left hook, could test that chin? That's a storyline. You got Danny, who's had trouble with slick boxers. So you got the matchup. You got the seeds planted in the amateurs. You got the promotions. Oh, they come together. That's a storyline. You got all this stuff that's built in that makes a perfect fight to me personally. You even got the trainers. So I think this is a great fight. I would favor Crawford. I think that it definitely will probably happen like mid 2017, which I'm fine with. I wouldn't even. I mean, I would want it sooner rather than later. But look, we waited years for Crawford and Porter. I mean, not Crawford, for Porter and Thurman. Hey, and we got our money's worth. You know what I'm saying? It wouldn't be the end of the world if it didn't happen right away, as long as these guys are fighting top competition, you know? And I think it's up to Crawford to keep this momentum going. If he wins, if this doesn't happen, he wins, he needs to keep, you know what I'm saying, keep this level of intensity up, keep calling his name, and keep that bad blood going, you know, and keep us energized.
Great call. You answered every question I was about to ask you, man. Great call. You nailed it. Well, one thing I wanted to say, though, when you said about in the Gamboa fight, how Crawford got clipped, I feel that was because Crawford was fighting in a certain style. In the Postol fight, we've seen at a higher level, Crawford's a lot more comfortable doing this sort of bit more back foot picking kind of style. And that's where I see Garcia having issues. If Crawford chooses to engage, like he did in the Gamboa, Lundy, and Delorme fight, Garcia's in. But I don't know if Crawford's going to go back to that style anymore at this kind of level.
But I think Crawford would engage. I don't think there hasn't been a fight that Crawford has been in where there hasn't been a significant amount of time where he's engaged. And I think with this bad blood and just the competitor in him, he would engage. And then on the other side, say what you want about Danny, even the Herrera fight. Let's not say he didn't test Herrera's chin in that fight. You know what I'm saying? Every fight that he's been in, he's going to land something. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think Crawford is untouchable. You know, I think Danny could get something in, no matter, even if Crawford is on top of his game. Let's not forget how good of a fighter Danny is. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to just dismiss him. And you got to also understand that Danny's the bigger fighter, and you haven't seen Crawford be the smaller.
Big Jones, that's 4 minutes and 30 seconds, Playboy. We got to keep it moving. I'm sorry. What do we got? It's
what's up, man?
Wrong guy.
Oh, I was about to get hyped then. I thought my brother was coming on.
Let me say, I don't pay showtime to see you all day, not even putting a goddamn motherfucking effort. Fuck you. If I want to see two motherfuckers just fight, I pick up a fight with somebody in the street. Fuck you. Don't need that shit. You don't love that form I do? Fuck you. Just move along. Gone. Fuck you. Next. You had a great show. Thumbs up, donate.
What's happening, people?
Hey, yo.
What's up, Georgie?
What's going on, everybody out there? My family, baby. I love you, TVB, man. This is the real shit out there. Everybody support all the haters. Keep on hating. Ain't nobody saying hi to you. Ha. Anyways, I want to get to this shit, man, because this is crazy, bro. Danny and Terence Crawford, they're making this shit for nothing, Wingy. What are they doing? They just hyping shit. You tell me, brother.
What do you mean? Explain.
You think they're just talking shit, just hyping this shit up? I mean, I don't think it's going to end it up anywhere.
That's the question for you. Is it just talk?
Say what?
I was just saying that's the question we got for you. Is this just talk? Is it realistic? I'd like to think it is, Georgie, but I don't know if it's going to happen, man. Not yet.
Man, most of the callers are talking about 2017, 2018. Like, you know, like Ness said, we so accustomed to fucking being getting shit. It's like when you treat a dog with this fucking canned food, all the shit, or the dry food. The day you're giving some fucking real meat, that motherfucker go crazy. But they don't know when the real meat's around, you know? It is like that. We just like, you know, like pets to these motherfuckers. Whenever the fuck they want to feed us something nice, then we get it. Nah, that's it. I know you got to make money and everything, but if these people really want to make this fight, let's get real, bro. What you going to be talking all this shit then? All this Twitter war? What?
To build it up, to get shit excited, man.
I mean, baby, but that's something you cannot build up. That's something that is there. That's what we say. By the time we find out a nigga's not really what they saying, it's so late down the road that it's just stupid. We build niggas, and then we got these like in between fights and tune-ups and all this bullshit. It's so, I mean, at this point, it's so natural. It just flows, man. I mean,
Shit just break my heart. Let them talk that shit. Whenever the fuck the fight's on, I guess I watch it. That's all I gotta say about that. Anybody out there want to put something on the line? Ty King, undefeated, broke back from the shotty twice, got banned, and the people brought me back. Shout out to TVB, my family. One love.
Who wins, Georgie? Who wins? Who wins?
Yo, I'm a Danny hater, man. I never forgot Danny about the raw soccer shit. But
and what about the Mafia? Are the Mafia going to be involved in this fight?
The Mafias, man, I don't know, because that's a 50-50 right there. This is a top fucking nut shit. This is our Heyman, best of fucking HBO.
Okay.
So, I mean, anything can happen. Everything got to be determined by the contract. Why not? Somebody can get robbed, yeah, whatever. But I don't know. I think Crawford got the tools to make this man look silly. I saw fucking Danny training on YouTube, and I see him moving a little bit more. He was fucking hitting the bag and whatnot, and I see him moving and punching, but he can't move and punch for that long. By the 4th round, that nigga fucking flat-footed, and then what? I don't know, man. Let it happen. But yo, my love to everybody out there.
Sorry, Nez, I took up all the Georgie time. One of my favourite callers. Off you go, Nez. Sorry, man.
Nah, it's all good. Georgie,
you got nothing for your boy Georgie, Nez?
Yo. Nah, nigga scale me. You know you don't want no work. I've been putting work on this guy forever.
What?
Scale me. What time it is?
It's
you
nothing.
don't want to spar. I've been on that chat fighting with the Lions. Fight on YouTube. Put that thumbs up.
There's your face, man. I love it.
I'm a warrior, baby. CDB Warriors.
Go on, Georgie. Pie the world. Pie the world.
All right, Georgie. Thank you for calling in, people. 915, you're live. Who's this? 915, who's this?
Hey, yo, what's up, man? This is me, compa. What's up, what's up, what's up?
Compa, what up?
What's up, Wingy?
What's up, bro? You cool?
What's up, Casual? Hey, but what's up, Ness? What's up with that Danny Garcia, Terence Crawford?
I don't know. You tell me.
Make that fight happen already. Hey, they gotta make. Nah, I think they gotta make that happen ASAP. You know, I don't think they have to wait for it to marinate. You know, I think they should just jump on it right now. You know, live in the moment and just make the big fight. And what else were we talking about, Ness?
Just that. But would you pay for it if it was on pay-per-view?
Hey, Ness. Pay-per-view. They better, if they get, hopefully they give us a solid undercard. It should be on with HBO and Showtime Championship Boxing.
Damn, you need an undercard for this.
That's the first person who's mentioned the undercard, man.
What's up?
I was just saying, you're the first person who's mentioned undercard. Everybody else just said, "Yeah, we'll pay for it." They're going a Bob Arum style. The undercard doesn't matter. Do you know what I mean?
I'll pay for it. Fuck it, let's do it. Nah, hey, Ness, but let me get that Danny Garcia outro. I got that for my outro.
All right.
I got Danny Garcia though to beat Crawford.
All right. Which one you want? You know, it's a lot. I mean, which one you want?
Oh, the what is it? The never been
okay,
that one.
Okay, got you.
Smile on Nes's face. He likes this one.
Never been in LA.
That's right, because we made that shit go platinum over here. Danny Garcia better respect, man. That shit went platinum because of us.
Did he have an album out? Did he have an album out or just a single?
The single went platinum because of us. 559, you're live. Who's this?
What's up, man? It's Alex Lemon, man. What's going on?
Alex, what up?
Alex.
What up, Ness and Wangy? And let me tell you, this is, you guys like that, huh? Let me tell you, man, I'm hyped up, man. This is fight of the year. This fight is going to happen, man, because Crawford, Garcia, it's a super fight, hands down. I mean, it's pay-per-view. I'm buying it. Man, let me tell you, it's more exciting than I'm more excited about this fight than the Ward and Kovalev, man, because they did exactly
what I was saying that Ward and Kovalev didn't do. They said everything that a hardcore boxing fan and a casual fan is gonna want to hear. You know what I mean? Like, I'm Danny Garcia. I end careers. Ask Matisse about me, man. Check the resume. Against all odds, Danny always wins. What fighter has Crawford faced? I like Crawford, but what fighter has Crawford faced that has Danny Garcia's resume? And fuck Rob Salka, man. I'm tired of hearing about that guy, man. Danny, I can name 7 guys fucking that are going to be in the Hall of Fame, maybe, or they're legends against Danny Garcia, and he beat them all, 32-0. He didn't duck Postal. All he did was what, 50,000 pay-per-view buys? Fuck Postal. He ain't on Danny's level, so I'm taking Danny obviously over Crawford. I'm taking him. I'm gonna buy the pay-per-view. Hell yeah, it's pay-per-view worthy. And Danny's the A side. I'm trying to answer all your questions real quick. Danny's the A side. He's gonna sell out the Barclays. This fight will sell out the Barclays. And then he should be on everybody's pound for pound list. Maybe after this fight he will be. And Bob Arum needs to fight because this is big money. And with all the budget cuts that we've been talking about, this is perfect. What's going on, Ness, Wingy? Did I miss something? You guys want
you got everything. You got everything, but Alex, I just want to say something for you and for Ness and for all the listeners. I got breaking news. Rod Salka is fighting again on the 27th of this month.
And Marcos Maidana officially retired today.
He's back. Rod Salka's back. Yeah, Maidana retired, but Rod Salka's back. The dreaded TBA is his opponent. That's all.
Yeah. He had a good record when Danny Garcia faced him too.
I'm just glad that my boy Rod is back in the building. Great call, Alex, man. You hit all the points. Nailed it.
Right.
Nez, you there?
I'm here.
Oh, we froze then. I thought, oh God, where's James?
I'm here. What's up?
He's answered everything. I can't think of nothing else, Alex. You hit the nail on the head. You're excited for the fight. You think it could be fight of the year. That's why I liked it. When do you think it's likely to happen, though, man? That's the thing.
Man, I'm telling you, we haven't seen as many fights like this, man. Boxing fans should be happy. I don't even know why anybody complaining.
Right, I'm going to say this here right now. I think Alex is one of the contenders for Joey's belt. I've listened to a few of his calls, and I think he's going up there. What do you reckon, Ness?
You just put him in.
I've just put it out there. I'll put it out there, man.
Give him a nomination. Now we got to see what happens.
I'm done.
Thank you for that. That's pressure right there.
Alex, man, let me get to some other callers, brother. Oh, go ahead.
For sure. I'm just going to say my last thing. Yeah, that's pressure right there. Because let me tell you, Joey from Indiana, pound for pound, baby. Pound for pound.
Damn, that's respect right there. You see? And that's how two champions meet in the ring, man. You know what I mean? No need. Yo, when the talent is that great, no need. Nah, that's bullshit. Because look at us doing a show about two guys talking shit. 570, you're live on the Boxing Voice. Garcia Crawford, is it just talk?
Hello?
570.
Hello? Calling from England. Hello?
570.
Nope.
267, you're up. 267.
Yo. What's good?
What up?
Yo.
Yeah, I'm a first-time caller, so please forgive me.
No problem.
Oh, sorry.
All right. So this is, the rules. How long you been listening?
Got me through this. God just through it.
Yeah, I got you.
Man, I've been listening to you. For a minute. I've probably been watching you for probably 6 months.
Okay.
All right. So probably 6 months. And this is my first time I decided to call. And I got close ties with DSG. You did an interview with my friend TJ Velasquez when you was calling Carnelito.
Oh yeah.
You remember that?
Yep.
Yeah, that's my guy.
So let's roll.
So you really in that Garcia camp? Because Vasquez is signed to DSG, trains in that gym. So I'm sure you got something interesting to say. So it took Danny to get called out from Crawford to get you to call in to support the old Philadelphia, huh?
You know, Danny's listening, and he called this boy right here, man.
Yo, you got this shit playing in the gym? Is it playing in the gym?
Like,
Yo, tell me you got the show playing in the gym while Danny hitting on the bag right now.
Right, give him the intro, man. He's going to do a good one. First time caller.
Oh, yeah, shit. We forgot about his intro. All right. So you know the tradition, right? You know how this goes, right?
Like,
all right.
Ladies and gentlemen, making his professional debut.
All right. Let me know what's up.
Ladies and gentlemen, debut.
My name Mark. Mark.
That's cool, brother. That's cool. Good.
Mark, all right, Mark. So, cool. Do you think this is just talk, or you think this fight actually can happen?
I mean, like, have we ever seen like Bob Arum like actually try to reach out to Al Heyman? Like, I've heard him say like in like videos where he'll be like, yeah, like I'm willing to work with him now after like that Cold War that they had or whatever. Like, has he actually reached out?
Very good.
I'm not sure.
Point off the top of my head. Pay-per-view worthy. What are you saying to that, man? Are you paying for it?
I mean, absolutely. Like, Danny Garcia is a 2-division champion. Terence Crawford is also a 2-division champion. You know, he just got that impressive victory over Victor Postol. I mean, it wasn't like, it was terrible pay-per-view numbers, but like, everybody knows it's pretty much common knowledge that Terence Crawford isn't really like a pay-per-view star right now. And I don't know, Danny Garcia, he's been racking in a lot of on that free TV. He's been racking up a pretty good audience, especially in that last fight with Robert Guerrero. He had pretty good numbers, I believe so. And if the casual fans were to see that these guys are 2 actual champions and that Terence Crawford, you know, he has like a big following out in Nebraska. So they'll probably tune in to see that as well, because I doubt like those Nebraska guys will most likely go to Brooklyn to watch the fight. But yeah, like if I think it's pay-per-view worthy. I mean, I'll pay for it, and I'm pretty sure that everybody else in Philly will pay for it. So I'm down to pay for that, absolutely. But like other than this, like I'm not trying to go off topic, but there's been a lot of things that's been going on in boxing lately. Like besides this, like Felix Verdetto, I wish him well.
Yeah, I was going to mention that. Yeah, the motorcycle accident. He looks like he's recovering, but I'm not sure of his actual condition. I saw some pictures of him, but yeah, we wish him well.
Yeah, he had like some pretty bad road rashes, but he was like ordered to fight Terry Flanagan or whatever. So yeah, that's pretty unfortunate. But I wish him a speedy recovery. But besides that, yeah, I think that's a pay-per-view worthy fight. But the thing is, they would have to like try to get the casuals to buy into that, because I mean, Terence Crawford is a name in boxing, but like a lot of people don't actually know him that well. Like I've known people, like I'll try to conversate with other people about boxing, and they know who Danny is, of course, because it's Philly. But like if I was to reach out to somebody who doesn't know nothing about boxing and ask if they know Terence Crawford, they wouldn't know who he is off the top of his head.
I guess that answers the next question then with regards to the A side. You'd definitely say Danny. No one's really said Crawford is the A side, man. Poor old Crawford, man.
Yeah, because like all around the board, like we see that Danny is definitely an A-side fighter. Like he has a more solid resume than Terence Crawford, obviously. The man has accomplished more in the sport, bigger fan base. I mean, he's more in tune with like the younger generation, like the caller has said before. And like I think he's just he's the bigger star. And and in terms of popularity, he definitely has the edge. Although Terence Crawford does have like a good home following, but like Danny's just more of I wouldn't say household name, but he's a lot more known than Terence Crawford. So I couldn't see how you could debate how Terence Crawford's a A-side fighter.
Cool, man. Cool. You got all the questions all answered, man. Just make sure the TBV is on at the gym. You know what I mean?
Hey, and if you're watching this on YouTube or you watch on YouTube, make sure you hit that thumbs up button.
What happened?
Carry on.
Yo, but
Go ahead. You want to what?
No, I wanted to give like my prediction on the fight.
Oh,
so like Crawford is like a real he's like a very skilled fighter. We know that. But a lot of people don't give Danny credit for like his skills in the ring. Like he doesn't have the fastest feet. He doesn't have like the quickest hands, but he's really sound fundamentally. And like you could say that Danny's a basic fighter, but what he does actually works in the ring. And with that being said, he has pretty good timing, and he's a pretty good counter puncher. And we've seen that Terence Crawford, like he's like a real, like he has a lot of heart. He's just like he's in a way he's kind of like Timothy Bradley, where his heart may get the best of him in some of his fights. And like I believe like he'll try to prove a point to everybody that although that Danny's the champion at 147 and Terence Crawford's a smaller guy in terms of the weight division and size in general, that he's just gonna try to come forward. And I think Danny's gonna land a pretty good clean shot on him. And like Gamboa kind of hurt him in that fight with Terence Crawford. So I can imagine that Danny will probably do the same thing as well, but probably like a lot worse because we know that Danny's the bigger puncher than Gamboa, obviously. So with that being said, I think that he'll make it difficult for Danny, but I have Danny taking that fight as well. But that's just what I think, though. A lot of people were saying Terence Crawford. I heard other callers say Terence Crawford, but me, not trying to be biased because I'm from Philly, but I gotta go with Danny.
Cool.
Well,
cool.
What's your name?
So thank you for taking this. My name is Marcus.
Marcus. All right, brother.
Yeah, I'm gonna be a more frequent caller.
I hope so, man.
Yes, call in more, man.
You gotta call in and represent DSG. You know they be hating them around these parts, man. They don't like that he keep winning.
They hate him in Philly too, but I defend them.
Philly too. Oh man. All right, Marcus, man. Thank you for calling in, man.
Ness. Before you go to that super mode, I just got to highlight it. You sort of squeezed it in quickly, but it's got to be highlighted. People, if you enjoyed the spontaneous show, click the like. I know a lot of you click the likes. Do you know how? Because I'm stalking you motherfuckers. I'm going to your profile pages and I'm looking who's liked it. Shout out to you who've liked it.
He's like Santa. He's checking his list. He's checking it twice. And if you ain't like, you ain't getting on the show again.
I'm clicking profiles. Shout out those of you who've liked. Share the show in the morning. UK crew. Donate. Support your podcast. That's how we do it. Hashtag. Oh, I flupped it. Damn it. Hashtag TBV podcast. Damn it. Let me get another relentless, man. I'm done. Go, Nez.
Oh, man. Okay, so what I wanted to say is this. It's going to be a new sheriff in town. So what we're going to do is we're going to do immediate reaction post-fight shows. It's going to be for all you official, diehard, loyal listeners, right? We'll schedule a 15-minute, maybe 30-minute show right after any nice fight, you know, because we're always going to do our Sunday show for everybody, but right after the fight, right after, you know, maybe 11:30-ish, 12:30-ish, live with TVB, immediate reaction. So it's going to be definitely fast. This is me snapping fingers. Snap, 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 right? Timer's going to be on everybody. It's not going to be this 3, 5, 8, no. No, it's probably going to be like 30 seconds because it's going to be a 15-minute banger. It's going to be everyone's immediate reaction. Couple of quick questions and bang, then we see you in the morning. If you like that, thumbs up this one, and that'll let us know that's what we need to be doing. 214, you're live. Who's this?
Yo, it's Clef and Bound. What's up?
Damn, why is you on speaker or shit tooth?
Yo, my bad. It's just I'm kind of at work right now, and I was listening to the show. I didn't know how this would actually pan out.
Yeah, it didn't pan out well, but because you're at work listening, we'll deal with it.
All right, cool. Well, real quickly, yeah, I just want to say about that Billy Joe Saunders, Gabe Rosado. That's the first I'm hearing of it. That's absolutely disgusting. I've only known Gabe Rosado for the people he's lost to more than he's won. So, I mean, there's that. But Danny Garcia and Terence Crawford, that's a really good fight. But is it going to happen? No, it's not happening. We did get Canelo, Triple G, and they're on the same network. So how are we going to get Danny Garcia, Terence Crawford, who are on two different networks? Like, this is all talk. If it does happen, I'm thinking Crawford. I want the fight to happen, but it's not going to happen.
Well, all right, brother. What ain't gonna happen is us keep trying to listen to you underwater. But we do love you, Class and Value. You know, this is not at all a shot at you. And on that note,
it's just one of them days. Don't take it personal.
302. You're live. Who's this?
It's George. Yeah, that was funny.
You like that one, yeah? You like that one?
Hang on, David. Yeah, man. I mean, it sounded like he was at a, like on the supply chain or some shit. Like he's working there at newspapers. Yeah, man. This, yeah, I always thought this was funny, man, because as soon as the Postal fight went off, or at least Terence Crawford and them got done, I was already thinking, I was like, damn, man, like he looked pretty good already, like going into this weight, because my main worry for Crawford going into the fight was, if this was going to be his first time, dealing with a bigger guy, and it turns out he was the bigger guy. So, and even more than Postal, which I thought would be at least his main, or Postal's main advantage, but he turned out to, fit it out pretty well and be even heavier. So with that, I mean, I was already thinking of, the people he could give problems with at 147. Because in all honesty, I mean, I like Keith Thurman, but with that Porter fight, man, there's still vulnerabilities to him, yeah. So there's still, I can't really say for certain, who's the top welterweight at the time, because they're kind of all fluttering around that B+ area to me. And Danny Garcia, I always thought he was right for the take, which is why I always see him like trying to hold that WBC in high regard, man, because that's his main marketing tool. If he doesn't have that, that's really his main advantage, at least to claim A side. Now, other than his resume, yeah, I get him for that. He's the bigger guy, and you can only go off his popularity because he's fought on free TV. So, of course, he's going to say he has the more viewership. But let's see how he looks on pay-per-view headline. So I don't know. Am I missing out anything that you guys were asking for this whole thing?
I guess you just got to drop your pick, bro.
That's it, man. That's a hell of a call.
All right, yeah, and I just got Terence Crawford winning that. He's got enough inside outside game to give Danny all sorts of problems. But yeah, that's about it. You guys have a good night, man.
All right. Damn, look at Pittsburgh Bruce defending Rod Soccer in the chat. Like, yo, get off Rod Soccer. He lost one time to a pound-for-pound monster.
And you know where you heard that breaking news that Salker is back? TBV, baby. I told you I'd break that news for you guys.
Yo, don't make me get Soccer on the show. I got his fucking intro. He better come on this show. Nobody ever made an intro for him.
27th this month. He's back, baby.
I'm going to get him on the show then. Where the fuck is this sound?
Coming for that rematch, Garcia.
Proud of. Where's the Rod Soccer intro? I have one too, man. It's a cool lightning bolt and everything, man. Where's he at?
Can you play Danny's dad doing the good boy, man?
Fighting out of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, please welcome Lightning Rod Soccer.
27th, he's back.
Yo, we over here, we respect Bucks. We respect Bucks. We respect everybody.
I respect everybody. I respect everybody. Athletes. I respect everybody's sports,
That's why we got Rod
Adonis Stevenson, piece of shit.
We got Rod Soccer's intro because we respect him, man.
Let's
We
go.
don't play him out like you guys. That ain't what we do. 614, you're up. Who's this?
The one and only Jay Will. What's good? What's good?
What's going on?
Man, slow motion, man. Love the show, man. Honestly, man, first time I heard about the news was when I tuned into the show. So thanks for the TPV.
What's your thoughts, man? Initial thoughts. What was your first reaction, man?
Yo, I just want to say that that's awesome that you heard the news first here. That's awesome. So then, Wingy, your question was what?
Just what to ask what his first initial thoughts was when he heard the news.
Did you think
when I first heard it, I was like, oh shit, I can't. I mean, I was just shocked that Terence Crawford actually opened his mouth and said some shit. So I was like, damn. I mean, so I guess he probably didn't like the reviews he probably got on the his pay-per-view numbers and shit like that. I mean, boxers pay attention to all this. They can be as modest as they want, but I mean, I'm pretty sure Top Rank let him know what he did as far as pay-per-view. And he feels as if, well, shit. I mean, if I do got to open up my mouth and start being as modest as I'm being, at least let me at least go at people who's going at me instead of being super modest. So, I mean, he wouldn't even want to speak on the Pacquiao fight, honestly. I mean, when they asked about the Pacquiao shit, he was like, he ain't even thinking about Pacquiao. And how can you say that? And Pacquiao's one of the biggest things you can take off to make yourself a household name. So I guess everybody's kind of lightweight putting in their picks a little bit. They tentative picks and kind of giving their reasons and shit. Man, I mean, just looking at them both, man, I mean, I respect Danny. To me, Danny's a guy who's like, he's a B+ in every single category. But he's a B in speed, he's a B in power, B in boxing IQ. He's not really an ace in anything. So when it comes to Terence Crawford, I think Terence Crawford does have an A as far as boxing IQ. Power at 147, that's still undetermined. And, speed, I think they got comparable speed. It's about a B as well. But on the fly, when they in the ring, while they fighting, who makes adjustments better on the fly? Who goes to a plan B a lot better? You got to say Terence Crawford. Anytime I've seen Danny run into a little bump in the road, have little issues, I don't see him having a plan B. And even to back up that comment, Angel in the corner doesn't really give him any other instructions besides what they already worked on in the gym anyway. So when it comes to really making real adjustments, Terence Crawford's going to be the one that had the advantage. So, I mean, I'm going to have to go with Terence Crawford. I know that's your guy, nuts, but, I mean, you got to be real, man. Your boy, he lost to Herrera, man. Hands down. Flat out. And we've yet to see Terence really get challenged on a skillful level. And like you said, to be honest, Terence has yet to be hit for real, for real. So I give you that as well. But that's my call, man.
Good call.
All right, brother. Listen, and like the last caller said, Gamboa shook Crawford up. What Danny gonna do? Listen, ladies and gentlemen, we love you. We really, really do. Maybe if the last time when Bruce said he was gonna buy it on demand, if you would have made it to 250 likes, maybe if you'd have made it to 250, I'd have been happy enough to stay here and not do drive-by. But right now, we're going to drive-by. It's just too many callers, and we was not planning on staying here 3 hours. It's already on 2 hours and some changes. It's 4 in the morning for Wingy over there. He already smelled the bacon being cut. That's how early it is. All right, so drive-by works like this. We put you on. You don't say hello. Only if you're a first-time caller, you say you're a first-time caller. Obviously, I'm going to give you some more time if you're a first-time caller. But if you ain't no first-time caller, don't waste time saying hello to Ness and Wingy for nothing. Talk that talk. It'd be preferable if you stick to the questions. This way we can get you in and out because there's people behind you only getting 30 seconds, all right? We got to go. This was a spontaneous show. This is bonus. Keeping that in mind, bonus. Hit that thumbs up button, bonus. Drop a little donation, bonus. Buy yourself a shirt because it's like 15% off everything in the store, bonus. All right, so now, what was that last caller, Wingy, you remember? Was it 614?
Yes.
614, were you my last caller? 614. Were you my last caller? He ain't gonna answer, so we gonna go to 647. 647.
What up, y'all? Steve from Toronto.
T, I'm sorry to do it to
What
you,
up?
brother.
What's going on?
You know it's drive-by, man.
I got you, no doubt. Yo, for me, the only way this fight goes down, or the only way I get excited about it, is if I hear Angel Garcia start to pop off. That's the only way. And don't be surprised if you hear Angel start to say something about Crawford's numbers, or he's not going to be a big enough pay-per-view draw, or what have you. Danny got plenty of fights at 147 that he can take that are in-house that don't have the same risk and that could make him more money. So I think they're gonna go in that direction. With that being said, if the fight does happen, I'll take Crawford. I think he's a stylistic nightmare for Danny, and he's also not that small. He came into the fight at 157 versus Postol, and I ain't never seen Mayweather or Pacquiao weigh 157 in a fight ever, and they've been living at welterweight. So he's big enough. He's big enough to handle that division. But I'm going to go ahead and let y'all go. I know it's drive-by mode. Wingy, shout out to you for staying up, brother. Much love.
Thank you, man. I'm always here. No worries, man.
Great call from Toronto. Great call. Man, there was something that I wanted to say that he had said, but oh well. All right. 407, drive-by.
Jay from Orlando. All right, fellas. Hey, here's something. I've been listening to 54 minutes. I'm not sure if anyone brought this up, but something that I've been wanting to know is Terence Crawford camp says that they beat Danny Garcia. Angel Garcia says that that did not happen in amateurs. Do any of you know which one is telling the truth and which one's lying?
Well, I spoke to Danny. He says that he beat Crawford once and Crawford beat him once, but he says he really beat both.
Got you. All right, because I know like when Bomac, Terence Crawford's trainer, they say like, you know, that they don't even mention that Danny Garcia ever even beat them at all. I think with this, Danny Garcia is the A side. My first initial thought was I always love to see a fight that happened in the amateurs come back around, because I feel like a lot of times when that happens, guys feel they have an edge over somebody, or they feel they need to get that vendetta off. So I think this is going to be a great fight. One thing that I do know that Bob Arum does want, and he hates it, is that PBC beat him to a punch for being on network TV. So I think that this might also go to network TV, but I don't know how Bob Arum is going to recoup that cost. I don't know, because PBC doesn't necessarily have the advertisement money coming in yet. And that's all I got to say.
All right, brother. Thanks for calling in. Another 407. That's sweet. Another Orlando. Talk to us.
Yo, what's up? You can hear me?
Loud and clear.
All right, yo, what's up, man? What's up, everybody? I'm going to tell you, Terence Crawford will beat the brakes off of Danny, straight up. I'm telling you why. He has a better jab. Danny has no types of movement whatsoever. And I don't know, if anybody want to put money on that fight, we could put money.
Damn, confident.
30-second drive-by, my friend.
That's it. You good.
All right, brother. Thanks for calling in. What's your name, man?
All right, bro. Yes, sir. Randy. I called in a long time ago during the Mayweather fight. I've been watching y'all for like 2 years, and I've been just like, you know, I hop off and on. I don't think y'all remember me like that.
Yeah, you got to call in more often, man. That was a pretty good call. I like the enthusiasm. Always good to have some enthusiasm, brother. Thanks for calling in.
Yes, sir.
626, you're live. Who's this? Drive by.
What's up? It's your boy Aaron Cantu from Los Angeles. I want to just say I think that Danny Garcia needs this fight with Crawford. Just looking at his last 5 fights, he fought a washed-up Paulie Malignaggi, a washed-up Robert Guerrero. He snuck by Lamont Peterson, and he snuck by Mauricio Herrera. So I would make the argument that he needs this fight. And now he's got Crawford and Thurman who have called him out. He needs to step up to the plate and pretty much shut up all the naysayers like a lot of the guys you got on your show.
I agree, brother. Thank you for calling in.
That's all I got, man.
All right. 347, drive by.
What's going on? I'm Gomez. Completely non-tribal perspective. I'm Puerto Rican and everything, but to be honest with you, this is just talk. Danny ain't sleepy. Danny's the A side because Al Heyman's a better fight promoter. Boxing is what you have done for me lately, relative kind of thing. And Danny moved up to avoid Postal. Who he's fought lately? Guerrero, Berto's next, and that's Guerrero's leftovers. Look, honestly, I think at the end of the day, at the Postal fight, Bud didn't want to say much about fighting Pacquiao because Pacquiao wasn't, I don't think Bud's contract means anything, or I don't know how long he has, but it doesn't sound like he has much left. And to be honest with you, who he has left? Bradley and fucking Vargas on the top rank side, that shit means nothing, to be honest with you. So to be honest with you, it looks like the Al Heyman side will be the best perspective. And you don't put a fucking seal into shark infested waters. You know what I'm saying? To be honest, Crawford will watch.
Drive by fans.
You know what I'm saying?
I usually would hit you with the soundbite, right? But I don't want nobody taking it personal, right? Because
that's why I'm staying silent so they can get their calls out.
No, but it is, Wingy. Everybody's taking digs at DSG. So if I hit them with the cut it, they're gonna be like, "Oh, Nestor,
I got you, yeah."
Dick Ryan, right? So I'm even letting them go longer than the fucking 30 because you know what I mean. So I wish you would get your soundboard together. I mean, you know what I mean. You hit them with the.
Oh, okay. I'll just pluck that. I'll pluck that out of the money tree.
Then I'll be like, yo, that was Wingy. That was Wingy. You know what I'm saying? I look like the bad guy. 3-2-3, drive by. Cut it. Cut it.
Hey, guys. Sorry for earlier, but let's get straight to the queue so I don't take too much time. Garcia, Crawford. I don't ever really care for any of that Twitter talk as far as I'm concerned until I see an official confirmation and that confirmation is posted by you guys. It's just talk. That's it. I heard about the whole thing from you guys while I was editing my fight updates on Facebook on the Andre Ward fight. So there's that. Is this fight pay-per-view worthy? Yeah, honestly, if this fight were on pay-per-view, I would go watch it. But I do believe that if they do put this fight on pay-per-view, they should also put it in theaters because why the hell should Canelo fights be the only thing that's on theaters? Seriously, we had Canelo in theaters. I think this fight merits being seen in theaters. Who's the A side? I think if you look at it from, I guess just the records alone, you would have to go with Garcia simply because, one, he's a WBC champion, and two, he's already been established longer than Crawford. But I think Crawford wins against Garcia. And I love Garcia. I've seen him fight since he, beat Amir Khan, but I have to pick Crawford. And unless you guys have anything else to ask me, I don't want to take up too much time.
All right, Santiago, thanks for calling in, brother. I let him get his full call because you know what? He was on the line.
Look, it's drive-by. Even me, Mr. Motormouth, I'm staying quiet to get those calls out, man.
No, man, I'm sorry, Wingy.
No, it's good. It's good. Go on, call us.
503 drive-by. Oh, yeah, that might be Wingside Billy. 443, you're up.
Yeah, what's up, this Wood? Yo, what's going on, man?
Woody Wood, what up?
Chilling, man. I'm gonna take this from a bar. You want me? I'm gonna look at this fight from a barbarian or settler pilgrim perspective, or just a regular old nigga. How you want me to look at this fight?
Just be yourself, Wood.
Just be myself. Don't be a barbarian. Okay. Be myself. They just talking on Twitter. It's an argument on Twitter, man. It's not no paperwork. It's not. It'll be a good fight if it happened. It'll be a good fight if it happened. We pray that it happened, but you know what I'm saying. I don't want to be negative, man. I always want to stay positive. I hope it happens sometime this year, end of this year, or next year. But the pilgrims, if I was a pilgrim or a barbarian, I don't know, man, or 85%. I don't know, man. I hope it happened, man, but it'd be a good fight if it happened. I'd like to see Angel in that fat motherfucker. What's his name? McIntosh. I'd like to see those two niggas go at it, man. So it'd be a good fight, man. I know I'm on drive-by and shit like that, but yeah, man. For the pilgrims out there, man, the settlers, y'all be good out there, man.
Wood, if you want to say some more, man, we can extend it for Wood, man. I'll stay later for Wood. If you got anything else you want to say, bro.
What?
Yeah, I'm here, yo. Would y'all muted me?
He said if you want to say anything else,
Yeah.
you can say anything else.
Yeah, I'm out, man. I respect the game, man. This drive-by, man. I'm just pedestrian here, man. I got to respect the game. I'm out.
That's good. Love for the TBV callers.
Modest Wood 917 drive-by.
Holla back. This is Castle Hill Gil.
Gil, what up?
Nice to hear my man Wood. What up, yo? We're not supposed to say what's up to each other, brother, man.
I know.
But, I'm fucking with you. I'm fucking with you anyway. Yo, all I got to say is, man, I'm glad to hear Wood back on. And that was classy of you when you to let him rock for a little longer. Besides that, talking about the subject at hand, let's see. Well, I think it's, Twitter talk as well. I don't think it's something that might happen anytime soon. Possibility maybe down the line. I know they split fights in the amateurs, like you guys said. I got to go with my man Danny because people are going to continue to doubt him and they're going to continue to underestimate his skill, and he's going to continue to prove people wrong. And that's pretty much that. You know what I'm saying? It's interesting, nice to talk about, it's exciting. I tuned in because I saw it also on YouTube like everybody else did, and that's my call. Moving on.
All right, Gail, thanks for tuning in. What this show is teaching everyone who is listening on iTunes or tune in tomorrow in the future is what, Wingy? Subscribe on the YouTube channel to either Wingy or our channel because you're always going to get a notification. And look, most of the people have been notified by our spontaneous show notification, so don't miss a notification. And, if you were to subscribe to Wingy, you would have known he actually did it around like fucking 3 in the afternoon.
Just make sure you click that bell button on the TBV YouTube and shout out to the chat because they've got the likes up. I see you in there. Big up, all in the chat. Thank you.
Big up. 5:30 drive-by.
Hey, what's up? It's the Kelly Crown holder, guys. Anyway, yeah, I know I'm on drive-by, but I ended up just having to check Twitter and saw the whole shit going down because I follow both of them, so that was kind of cool. But yeah, I don't know if it's necessarily pay-per-view worthy. I mean, it's a dope fight, don't get me wrong, but I'd like to see him maybe stack the card with either like a PBC versus Top Rank promotion, or
yeah, that'd be good.
Use that pay-per-view to kind of like get the money necessary to make like a Walters Lomachenko fight, so they can take the next year to build back Walters' stock a little bit.
I like that, but I always think of Bob Arum when he said essentially undercards. What did he say? People don't watch undercards or they're not that important. So I'm not too confident. I'd like that, but I don't know if that'd happen.
I never understood that because after Canelo Mayweather, it felt like undercards should have been precedent.
He did say that though, didn't he?
Right, because like it wasn't the Danny Matisse fight on the Mayweather Canelo undercard.
Exactly.
Yes. Like that was a dope fight on the undercard. And I remember I was in Vegas for the fight, and I was more right afterwards, and I was but yeah, I would like to see him, with these cards that aren't necessarily like pay-per-view standalone, that they try and just stack it with like good fights. And cut it.
It's just one of them days. Don't take it personal.
Yeah, remember, spontaneous show, it's drive-by. Don't be getting all in your feelings, all butt hurt, because you got, you went past that 30 seconds, which I gave you more than. 619, you're up.
What's up with it? Ali from Dago. And I think if the fight happens, Crawford wins like 8 rounds to 4, 9 rounds to 3. And I'm going to end it with that. But I'm going to say Andre Ward, I think beats Kovalev easier than what people think. I think it's going to be similar to Crawford and Postal, where they think it's 50-50, but Ward goes in there and shows them different. And that's pretty much all I got. And I'm going to end it with this. Hello?
We hear you.
Hello?
We hear you. Ha! He playing me because he know
I
that's
did
what
that.
I know.
You got us. You got him.
Yo, that was dope. Nice, Ali. Nice. 860. I think this Connecticut drive-by. Talk to me. 860 drive-by.
First time caller.
Oh, shit. You know how to get extra time out of us, don't you?
Ladies and gentlemen, making...
Wait a minute. Stop that in full track. Do you know tradition around here?
Yeah. The drive-by.
No. About the first time caller intro.
Just make it big, bro.
Yeah, I think I got it down.
But you need to turn the radio off in the background. It's still playing. I hear it. Sounding real creepy right now.
All right.
Perfect. There we go. Right. Go, Ness.
You ready?
Yeah, he's ready.
You need Wingy to be your corner man and hype you up a little bit?
No, he's ready. He's ready. I can. He's got this.
I got you, man.
All right,
I'm
let's
like
do it.
Tito Trinidad right now, baby. I'm ready.
See, I told you. I told you.
Making his professional debut.
Out of Hartford, Connecticut, baby. It's smash time.
Yes, that's what I'm talking about.
All right. Talk to us, brother.
All right. I love when people be like, Danny this, calling Danny out, all kinds. Yo, he's a Puerto Rican fighter, man. He got that Taino blood, man. And we all baby-face assassins. That's why they call us out, because they see a little pretty boy look on him, and they underestimate him. This kid will knock the shit out of this kid. If they sign this fight, I'll say 5 rounds, 6 rounds. The kid couldn't even take a punch from Victor Ortiz. He got dropped early in the early rounds. So I think it'll be an easy fight for Danny.
Well, brother, thank you for calling in, and thank you for being a first-time caller. We truly appreciate that. You have anything else?
Hello?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just saying, in the undercard, I would love to see Felix Verdejo. A lot of people don't know about him, and he's the future of Puerto Rico. The kid is a real good fighter, man. Felix Verdejo. Check him out.
I like him.
Yeah, you know,
That's
he just
it, man. I know my 30 seconds is up.
All right, brother. For all this don't know, Verdejo just got in a motorcycle accident not too long ago, so we will have to update you on whether or not he's going to be fighting in the immediate future. 409 drive by. Talk to me. Who's this? Actually, just drive.
Yeah,
Why you going by?
This JD, man.
JD, what up?
Yo, yeah, I think that cat was trolling, but I think I like this fight, man. Honestly, I do. I like this is a fight that should happen because no matter who wins this fight, if it happens next, it's an uphill battle for both of them. Like that 147 it's like a water full of sharks, and it's tough for either one of them, man. But if I was to pick a winner, I would go Crawford hands down. But that's all I got.
All right, JD. Thanks for calling in. 510 drive by. Talk to us. 510. Talk to us.
Oh, this is David from the Bay.
What up, David?
I want to talk about the Danny Garcia Crawford fight. I think Crawford wins easy. I mean, Danny Garcia had a lot of problems with Lamont Peterson. I thought he lost, and then also Herrera. I think Crawford's better than Herrera, and he has more power, and it's going to be an easy fight for that. But I don't think it will even happen with the top-ranked promotions and Al Heyman and Premier Boxing.
Is that it?
All right, brother. Well, thanks for calling in, man. 347. Talk to us. Drive by.
I think definitely, if this fight happens in the next 9 months, Danny Garcia wins. If give Crawford some time, let him acclimate, get him 2 fights in 47. I think he beats Garcia, but that's about it. 47 is like the previous caller said, man. Too many sharks in that division, man. That's
he could probably just beat maybe the only belt holder he could beat there is maybe Danny. That's it. Nobody else. Anybody else in 47 beats Crawford. I'm talking about, you know, Thurman, Porter, Spence, Brooke. You know, I would have even picked Khan to beat beat Crawford, man. I mean, don't get me wrong. You got a bunch of killers over there, man. I don't think, you know, Garcia.
Oh, cutting.
Yeah, he cutting out, but 347, thanks for calling in. You are cutting out, and it is drive-by 209. You're live drive-by. Talk to me.
Hey, what's going on? Yeah, I think this fight needs to happen. I got Garcia. Just the weight difference. You know, Crawford just moved up from 135. Last fight was his first fight at 140, right?
Yep.
And out here on the West Coast, man, Garcia's known. So he's known. I think he's the A side. I got Garcia.
All right, brother. Well, thank you for calling in. 786, you're live drive-by. Talk to us. 786. All right. Wingy, I think we need to play the Angel. I wanted to play the Angel soundbite before we went to drive-by. I totally messed up. Remember I said I had something to say, and
this is a bit weird playing it now, but go ahead.
I know, right? Maybe we shouldn't then, but I felt like we needed to play it again in the past at the time that I thought of it, because it was like everybody really didn't know. Like I heard someone say, has Angel spoke? And like Angel's the one that caused Crawford to speak out.
Go ahead, play it, man. Yeah.
Angel did that interview at the Carl Frampton, Leo Santa Cruz fight, and, you know, went viral and went a little something like this.
What you think about Crawford post out last fight?
Listen, I ain't even watch that shit, man. I ain't wasting my money for a week. I ain't wasting money. That's HBO should be embarrassed. This guy had like 100, I think like 90,000 enters, something like that. Listen, bro, listen. The real champions, they don't get no respect, and they don't get no exposure. The make-believe champions, they made him a champion. See, Danny wasn't made a champion, he became a champion. It's a difference when you get made or you become. Danny, remember that 5 times defending champion. Anybody could be a champion, but when it's time to defend it, can you keep it? I'm sorry. 5 times defending.
Well, just wanted to play that basically an outro so that people know. It was really, you know, Angel always getting Danny into trouble.
Yeah, that's what he said about your dad said, yeah.
You know, it's like, so that's why, you know, Crawford's like, yo, your dad's saying I'm a paper champ. But it's funny, you guys didn't fight Postal. You paid him step aside money, you know? He said, I'd come up to 147. That's what, really, you know, this is why, like, people are like, oh, you should be doing a show on the Olympian. Me, fucking hipster.
No, because we did discuss it, didn't we, Des? I said I got the notes ready.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Like, it is, yo, listen.
I've watched every Olympic fight so far, except lots of them.
You can't please these guys. You can't please them.
We did discuss it, people. We did discuss it.
We even put emails in to try and get some of them on the way we did in 2012, man. But, you know, you got these hipsters in the chat, man. You got hipsters in the chat. And
now, shout out to the chat. Chat cool.
Anyway, you always loving the chat.
Because they're giving us the likes as well, man.
Yeah, not the ones that I hate, and that's for sure. But that being said, man, I want to thank Wingy for staying up this late, giving you guys this another. Oh shit, is that? I think that might be Bruce now. This is, you guys are horrible with all this. 724. Who's this?
Bruce, man. What up?
Bruce, man. You calling in late as hell, brother. What's going on?
Alumni.
Nah, man. I've been trying to call since the beginning.
Sorry about that, Bruce.
Then my headphones died. All the talk I hate, man. Killing me.
Yo, that's your guy?
Hell yeah.
Fighting out of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, please welcome Lightning Ratsuka.
Yeah, that's gonna be a new intro, Bruce. That's gonna be a new intro.
Yeah, that's what's up. I'll take that.
Yo, people in the chat think I was ducking you and shit. What? You said he got a good card coming up?
He's on a good card coming up. Yeah, Devin Haney's on it and shit.
Yeah, Haney fighting a lot, man.
Yeah, he got like 2 fights scheduled coming up.
Kid's trying to be the future for real.
Yeah, no doubt.
Monster P said no. Monster P said no. That cannot be your intro.
Oh, what the Selka?
Yeah, she wants the Little John. Let Bruce did it. Yeah, that's what's up. Shout out Monster Peace. Shout out Joey. Shout out Georgie. Yeah, Salka's a beast.
Salka's a beast. 20s.
Hey man, I gotta defend Salka.
I see.
Tired of it.
Talk to me about this fight, Bruce. Stay on the topic here. Trying to get out of here. I'm trying to eat some food. About to go 3 hours with y'all. This is supposed to be a drive-by. Jesus.
Yeah, you killing it, man.
Killing it. My stomach killing it right now. Wingy got two toothpicks on his eyelid trying to keep them open.
I'm good, man.
You good, Wingy?
I'm all good, brother. I'm all good. Look, this is when I do these shows, this is the longest I go without eating, man. So that weight's falling off. I love it.
Bruce on that Pittsburgh. He on that Wiz Khalifa, man. What the?
He's killed. He's on that Bob Marley, man.
He on that Wiz.
He's on the Bob Marley
for real.
Ness, you cut me with a knife, and you know it comes out black and yellow, black and yellow.
He was higher than her mother.
He was stoned as fuck.
Yo, Bruce, we out, man. I'm about to. You don't even want to talk.
Please play that again, bro, just for me. The whole thing.
Wobbies, sound bites and shit. Come on.
Please play again.
He was higher than a motherfucker. I'll tell you, he was stoned as fuck.
Man, hit that thumbs up button if you enjoyed this spontaneous episode. We went 3 hours again, ladies and gentlemen. You know this ain't even right. You know that. You know your own.
I know we started off. Nez is like, right, let's keep this one short, but we're still going. Let's give a shout out to the chat. Sant323, big up. Batman Boxing.
David Thomas, Cut West, Fixing Benjamins.
Fahim, I see you.
Fa, what up, Fa? Bruce, Joey, Georgie, Monster. Yo, I got damn Monster. I'm sorry we had to cancel it. We had Danny Garcia's strength and conditioning. No, we had. Damn, I ain't even gonna say who we had.
Cut West, Adam Scott, Barbie, Giovanna, RKO Khan, and thank you for the likes. Look at the likes they're fucking giving us. Big up.
Yo, this guy's a freaking weirdo, this guy, man. Got some weirdos in the chat for real, man. You guys need to regulate that chat, man. I'm telling you, man. Georgie, I'm not going to tell you again to hold that chat down, man.
David Thomas is on the chat. David Thomas is on the chat as well. He's
shut it down if Georgie don't get it under control over there.
He's holding it down. He's supposed
to be the man over there. No, nothing's supposed to get by you. Get it together. Anyway, that being said, just want to remind everybody we are going to be doing something new. We're going to be calling in immediate reaction shows after the fight. We're going to be 15 minutes only to our exclusive listeners, right? So you got to get in where you fit in. Now, here's the trick that I didn't tell you the first time. So hopefully you got all the way this deep into the podcast. Even if we schedule it for a 15 or 30-minute show, you already know we get that 1 hour of over. Now, it really depends how good this is because we don't want to do that. We're definitely going to keep it to a 30-second.
I think so. 30-minute show, because otherwise the Sunday show the relevance gets taken away.
And we get to use our soundbite a lot more because we get to do 30 seconds exactly. Like right now, I do 30 seconds, but I give some 45, some a minute. 30 exactly. And
so you're talking immediate reactions. People are, oh, shit just got knocked out. Oh, my God, what's just happened? On to the next person. Oh, my God, on to the next person. Bang, 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 bang. I think that'll work. Unfortunately, I've got a job with weird shifts, so the ones I'll be able to get on, I don't know, but I will obviously try. And Casual and James or whatever will hold it down anyway, man. So
that's right. Well, I guess that's a
social media.
Social media. It's all right here along the bottom.
At UKWC Student on Twitter. Daniel Wingy on IG. As the kids would say, I thought it was Instagram, but it's IG. And Wingy Boxing on YouTube. Big up. Yeah, you're next, Nes.
At NesGTO on Twitter and at NesGTO on IG, which stands for Instagram.
Man, I'm ready to eat. I'm going to watch the Grimsby film. I haven't seen it. Shout out to my boy, Sacha Baron Cohen. And let's get this in, man.
Right, I'm about to have some sweet potato fries with some steamed broccoli and some chicken breasts. And I'm going to upload this podcast to all my iTunes friends out there. I want to thank everybody who came and participated with us. I hope you enjoy your night and tomorrow. I hope you are enjoying your bike runs or your treadmill run or your healthy run through the park while listening to me and Wingy talk about Terence Crawford and Danny Garcia, along with our TBV family on the phone lines. Thank you for tuning in. See you guys in our next show.
Peace.